This episode is brought to you by the Second Amendment.
Maybe I should put my airsoft guns in the background just cause.
Yeah. By the end of this thing, you're gonna be eating bald eagles. See, that would that one would have worked better if it was the 4th of July episode. Oh, I saw something that it has nothing to do with anime or anything, but it kind of fits into what we're about to talk about. I was about a week back. I was with my dad's side of the family. All right, and he was working on his car, or actually his truck, but and he was having transmission problems.
Ooh.
And he basically said, he was working on the tranny. And my little sister just had this horrified look on their face. And I'm like, oh, ooh, this is bad.
About to get ugly.
Another thing that was funny was him talking about using this happened same deal when he was he wanted the ratchet, and they're just like like really?
Ratchet's an offensive word now?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, I've heard that too around.
And I'm just like, so what do you want to call it? Exactly, it's a ratchet. I mean, that adjustable wrench thingy.
Did anyone else see that edited cover of Ratchet and Clank All for One where they replaced Ratchet and Clank with Ratchet Girls?
No.
Oh God.
Could it be as good as the black and yellow sketch?
It was Ratchet. It was like Ratchet Girls All for One.
Ratchet Girl.
Wasn't it Villainous who found that?
What?
The
Black and yellow sketch?
Yeah.
That is an awesome mashup. That is an awesome mashup.
I also like the DMX reading Rainbow thing.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you are.
Suck my dick.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I did a tweet earlier that said
You tweeted. You didn't do a tweet.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you did.
Have
we established grammar for that yet?
It says pretty much sums up NTR Radio and its followers whenever we go to a con.
The lewds.
Yeah. We shall acquire all the loot materials.
Yeah. Why do I have a feeling that's going to be some type of Monty Python-esque sketch?
Oh boy.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition kind of thing. Except they do expect what we do.
All the lewds, give them to me. People are into this too, and he's looking at Yowie.
Did you see how much money Digital Bug put down last time?
No.
He dropped like $5K.
What?
On porn.
Oh wow! I want to spend $5K to
I'm not joking. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, yeah, I buy a lot of Figmas and shit, but I don't think I spend $5K on it.
I mean, to the point where I wondered if he just had. If he would have just put 5,000, I would have assumed that he accidentally made a typo. But he put 5K.
I can accept 500. I can accept.
I saw a sneaky one do that.
I'd drop 5K in the dealer room if I had it, but
if you had
not
it.
just on Dojins.
Yeah, same.
Let's see if I can find that though. It's just because that's crazy.
No. I'm definitely hitting up Hendene again. I will definitely look around.
Those are funny dudes. Those are awesome dudes.
I'm definitely gonna look for more Gegure stuff at least because I love that guy's art.
I know I definitely want to look for more of this Dojin artist I follow, who does mostly Madoka and Homura fan art.
Yeah. That, well, I'll look around, you know.
Yeah.
The coolest thing I saw there was getting the Outlanders Dojin, which is actually created by the actual guy.
Yeah.
So if you've seen Outlanders, it's really cool, and it was just like a compilation of basically all three of the things he did. And if you flip it on the back, it has like the spread of all the stuff he's worked on, of all the actual shows and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a collage. All right, let's see if I can find that because that's starting.
Apparently, JT Sexkick just uploaded a mixtape.
Oh shit!
For real?
I'll have to watch that later.
That will be interesting.
Yeah.
JT Sectic is gone, by the way.
He's a baller.
Yes.
Like if ever there was a baller, it'd be him.
Am I mistaken? Isn't that the waifuism and you guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was him. Yeah.
I always wanted to do a podcast with him and all that stuff if I can ever get a hold of him.
Well, I guess it couldn't hurt to just give it a shot, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, we tried to get John on here.
Yeah, he never responded to my email.
I think he was at the time he was having problems.
John from what?
Yeah.
My Anime Nation.
Oh,
yeah.
Malkovich, obviously.
Yeah, John Connor.
Are you John Connor?
No.
By the way, have you guys ever had the same guest on twice in a row? Because if I'm the first, I wanted to know.
No, I don't believe so.
No, I think that's actually, yeah.
I would like to get, again, because he's as a fan of old school stuff, I like to get Preed again.
Oh yeah, he's up for it. I know that.
Because I could talk about
we'll just not talk about firearms. I knew it was
Who was the biggest guest we ever got on? Was it Jimmy?
I think the biggest guest we got was what was that H thing?
Oh, Project H.
Project H.
Yeah, I have to take credit for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you guys off the air. Yeah.
Sure.
But I know
Okay, fuck this Twitter link. We're making a move now. Let's start.
I knew it was just I can't.
I was gonna say
I'm trying to get the Twitter client up, and that's not working. And I'm trying.
I posted a link.
Okay, Zeke Freak's on point.
What is it? I tried to get before she went all SJW. Nanners.
Yeah, that's not happening anymore.
We lost her to the dark side.
I also tried to get Penny on the bust.
What about you know what I've always wanted to try and get on for our show? I guess I'll say it.
You guys know who that is, right?
I know who that is, which makes it more hilarious.
Well, I know you do, Anubis, but do you guys?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Honestly, that would be more of a visual thing. I don't know how well she.
Yeah, she's very,
to be fair.
He's a very visual person. Let's just say she looks like Pochako.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Just think of Pochako, and she looks exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think in terms of pure exposure, the biggest guest we ever had was probably Neon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually thought about asking him on for something or another, but we'd have to kind of figure out what. Yeah.
I would love if we got, but you said he's ridiculously busy. The Oni-chan Ecchi.
Oh no! He says that whenever like we do like a Loli or something episode or something kind of like that.
Oh, cool.
Just give him some advance.
Yeah. Because that'd be one of the.
Yeah, he's funny. I talk to him every once in a while.
Because he used to I used to when he had a show and I used to send him questions and.
Yeah, he also used to do the thing where he would watch hentai and make commentary. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh God.
All right.
It's just like this guy just needs a good punch in the dick,
Yeah, we're gonna start the show already.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost 10. Jeez.
Yeah, my bad. Part of this is my fault. I know.
Let's try to get done by 12-ish.
I would say like 80%.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try, and we're gonna try doing that by starting right now. In 3, 2. Welcome to NTR Radio. I'm Tom Enforcer Anubis.
I'm K-Gods.
I am VZ Mark II.
I'm
We got
Z-Freak.
2 guests. Go.
Oh, shit, I went early.
This is great radio.
Quality radio.
Okay, all
So
right.
that's my fault. I didn't-
45 minutes of setup, and we didn't even establish that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. I'll go first. Hey guys, this is your old pal Cube the Third. First time on NTR Radio. How's it going, folks?
I am Zeke-Freak, second time on NTR Radio.
Second time in a row, in fact.
Yeah.
That's a record.
I'm an NTR virgin, so.
Oh, what's that? Anubis.
That sounds so wrong.
What's that Gundam in the background?
This one,
Well,
Yeah.
you know, Cube, I have a life, have an affair.
this is the extraordinary superior Gundam from Gundam Sentinel.
We are not fans of Ashley Madison here.
I have that. I had, but not that one. The X.
This episode of NTR Radio is sponsored by Ashley Madison.
No, it wasn't.
I have the XS one.
Yeah, that's the accent.
Right. But I painted mine red instead of blue because
I kept it the regular colors.
yeah.
Mostly because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's been going on?
A lot.
I am good.
Road work and heat stroke.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Good things and bad things, I'll say.
Guess
Yeah.
we'll start off the boat since this is an anime podcast. What's everybody been watching, if anything?
I'm caught up on everything but Umaru-chan.
Yeah, I've been
today's
watching that
episode
too.
three.
I've been watching that too. Umaru-chan? Good shit.
It's funny in that kind of like what the fuck way,
She's
my
such a
favorite
little
show.
shit, and it's adorable.
but you can't get mad. That's the thing.
It's my favorite show, new show of the season.
It's like wow, that would drive me up a wall to the point where I would probably blow my own head off.
Oh.
I'm so like patting myself on the back, like thanking myself, like yes, Vin, yes, VZ, you did good for pre-ordering that Nendo when I did, because holy shit, she is sold out like fucking everywhere.
I'd imagine the best strategy is always to pre-order as soon as possible and then back out if you change.
Well, it was on like a week or two before the show aired, and I was like, these accessories look nice, she looks really cute, but I don't know if I'm gonna like that. Let me watch the first episode. I get into the intro, and I'm like, okay, done. Pre-order.
Instantly sold.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
As far as that show goes, one of the things I really like about it, or at least maybe tolerate's a better word, is just the like extremes she goes to.
Yeah.
Like she's just like, roll me over and put food in my mouth. like what the fuck?
Play me the game.
That dude's just the most patient guy ever. Because I'm gonna tell you, if I walk in the room and this little shit just runs out the door and runs up and jumps on my face. You know that
what if they're in
spike
that
they do
caterpillar
with
thing?
the football after they make a touchdown?
Oh, Charlie Brown.
Everyone seems to like Ibana-chan.
Yes.
For two big obvious reasons.
Yeah,
I
best
know,
girl.
she's cute, but I like the other girl.
Interesting.
The one in the third episode, the one.
The one with the dark hair who was always brooding.
Okay, because there's
Really
also
just
Sylphie.
fucking crazy.
There's
Yes.
also like Sylphie.
Sylphin Ford.
Yeah.
Oh.
God.
I think the most aggravating, or at least the most heinous thing she does is when he's trying to sleep. And like she just
jumps on him.
Yeah.
and then goes to sleep.
We got a message from Drawing Girl.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "If Amara was real, I'd probably hate her, but in the show, I can't hate her. She's adorable."
She's adorable, but if she was actually my little sister, I'd probably kick her.
It would be like the South Park thing: is kick the baby.
The baby.
another interesting kind of a surprise hit of sorts is Gakko Garashi.
Oh, that's my
That
show.
is a disturbing freaking show.
I couldn't get past the first one because it's too sad. It's just way too depressing.
It's unquestionably very morose.
I don't think I could get through that.
Yeah, and it gets worse.
I want to be a fly on the wall during the pitch for that.
Oh yeah, like when they're all gathering together, it's like okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I can think of a lot of anime I would like to be in that position, just to kind of hear the discussion that's going on. Assuming I had like a translator of some kind.
Yeah, I want to be a fly that speaks Japanese on the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
That can hear it. Yeah. Yeah. If you're just a fly and you don't understand one damn thing they're saying, that's going to be kind of hard. But
yeah. I think we're all loving Shima Neta.
oh yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
It's such an amazing show.
I haven't jumped on the bandwagon for that one yet.
Hey, me and Anubis, someone give us the $10,000 because we totally called it.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was going to be till the end of it.
I didn't think it would happen that soon.
No, I knew it was going to happen, or at least I thought it was. I didn't.
Her acting like that.
That she was going to become a nympho. I knew it.
Yeah, exactly. But episode 4 caught me completely by surprise.
Yeah. At first I thought he was having like some kind of fever dream or something. Like, what the hell?
I did see the light novel art, but again, I didn't really have much understanding of what. But now that it's like, yes, now I see.
And I think she's just running around like it's like I put my love nectar in a water bottle for you.
Oh, that was wonderful.
And I love when it spills. And it just
I love the cookies. I love the cookies.
The cookies. Yeah.
After he ate it, like.
This is weird.
Know what that reminds me of?
These aren't your regular chocolate chip.
That reminds me from Family Guy. I baked you this pie.
Great start to a
With
sentence.
their hair in it.
Oh yeah.
And my hair. You're eating. My hair is inside.
Yeah. Oh.
Can you feel it?
The thing is, has anybody actually ever run into that girl before, or that
I wish.
Yes.
I know they're out there, but I'm gonna.
Sounds like something that we would all want.
I think I repressed most of those memories.
Oh God.
I don't know. I still think the funny joke about I ran across a couple of Fujoshis and they tried to hook me up with their brother.
Oh, has anyone been watching Sora Seiyu still?
No.
I'm a little behind on that, but I'm planning on it. It's interesting in its concept because
I know
the Seiyu business is kind of a big thing.
Because I know that like some people complain, it's just trying to ride the thing of Shirobako, but I just can't get into wanting to see Shirobako. I don't know why.
It's just one of those things. Some shows don't rub you the right way.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, hey,
even if all the parts are there, even if
I expected to enjoy friggin' Nisekoi, and we all know what happened with that.
And as far as
I think the reason I didn't check out Shimonetta is because I thought it would be preaching to the choir with me.
No.
It kind of is,
but like it's more of a backdrop.
Mm.
Right. The antics are really funny. I mean, how can you not at least smirk at the fact that in the opening segment she's yelling "Big Dingleberries"?
Yeah, it's like homeboy
Like,
on
like
AMA
in
called
English, or like
and it's not really.
kind of translation for Dingleberries.
No, my favorite part is the my favorite thing is in the intros, the thing where they always do the little backstory and they blow up that fucking pool.
Yeah.
or how about one thing? I don't know if any of you guys noticed this, but at the ending, how it was silhouettes and now they're not.
Yeah. I noticed that too.
Because it was her. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Also, all the sequel shows have been great. Especially the new the continuing of Idolmaster. This week's episode was really good. I don't know
am
if anyone's.
woefully behind on Idolmaster. I need to catch up.
I'm
Is
still
anyone
behind
watching?
on Idolmaster. I'm still on the first series.
Is anyone watching?
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
never finished it.
you've been watching Cinderella Girls and Anubis? I mean,
No.
K-Gods?
Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to get on board with everything, but it's just lots of stuff.
I watched
Oh, alright.
I watched part of the first season and then I dropped it.
Oh,
I don't know.
Again,
I'm not a big fan of the Idols thing, but I like that one.
yeah.
I'm not an Idols dude, but it's Idolmaster and Love Live. Just 'cause
Yeah,
I
those
like
are the
it.
two that you at least are.
I do feel a little bit guilty that I finished Wake Up Girls and I've never seen any other Idol show to its completion.
Yamakan had
Yeah.
you on the on the hook.
Oh, you
there.
know, it's one of those things where it's like by the time I got bored with it, it was like almost over. So I'm like, oh,
So you might as well just finish
See,
it off.
Yeah.
That happened to me with Flaws of Evil, but I just decided, you know what? I've watched enough. I'm all
Hey,
set.
guys.
Sometimes I just watch things just to have an opinion on it.
Yeah. Hey,
I've done that.
something came in the mail this week.
Ooh.
Is it a razor blade?
It is Japanese gods are dicks.
Yeah, but we kind of already knew that.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And for those who are just listening, we're talking about Inari Kankan. But I have to say, Funimation, why isn't it Best Girl on there? Why isn't the chubby Fujoshi on the cover? She's not on the cover.
Oh, Maru.
Since we were talking about Shimoneta, I have to applaud JC Staff on this one. They got this.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I called. Didn't I call it? I said when they do comedy, they're really good at comedy. It's when they try to do that serious action world building.
You're not Madhouse. Come on.
Yeah, they try so. Again, look at the trailer, or at least read the summary, or look at that preview image of their upcoming show for next season called Heavy Object.
Okay, to be fair, I think that's Heavy Object's fault.
Yeah, but
Is
something
it
about
Yeah, let's be real.
that's true. But something about just JC Staff I've seen.
I think it just depends on the choice of adaptation they do.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
It's
I mean,
Some
it's not like
series
they're actually writing the show.
Some series are just not going to work no matter who's doing them.
Yeah.
And not only that, but some series, I mean, this is just my opinion, don't lend themselves well to a show. They work better as a manga.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that I think
Like I can list a lot of efforts where I love where JC Staff goes serious. Like they're doing Prison School, and I'm continually impressed by that show this season.
A lot of people seem to like that.
I
still
saw
have
it
to get up
too.
on
It
that.
seemed okay. I didn't keep up, but that's not. When I'm really talking about the series, I'm talking about like that very. Again, you said like something that more Madhouse would be more.
I think the thing is that they did Shauna, and then Shauna worked out, so they tried to do everything that was kind of like Shauna, but
Right.
none of it was as good.
Yeah, they did that one called He Didn't Know Aria.
Yeah, that
Which
was.
now-
I remember that. I remember just kind of tanking on that.
Well, yeah. Now the second season for that is coming.
Well, no, it's not a second season. It's an adaptation of a spin-off, which.
Okay, well, all right. But Doga Kobo is doing that.
Oh,
So
I'm sort of on board now.
Is there any pee involved?
no, you're thinking of Feel. You're thinking of
No, because he said he was on board with it. So
Oh.
bit of a throwback joke. Yes. Lots of interesting stuff we got. I think it's in October the next Gundam Origin thing pops out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pumped for that.
Oh,
I really
Gundam
like.
Origin, let's go.
I really like the way they're doing that. I mean, even though some people will point out that it's not really canon, just because of its source.
cares?
I have to. Was it? There's a new show that I'm gonna be excited for next season. Did you see that one, the Valkyrie thing?
I like how you phrase that. I'm going to be excited. I'm not excited yet. I'm going
Not
to
excited yet, but I'm going to be.
Well, here's the
based
other thing.
on-
You said the Valkyrie thing, and the only thing I can think of with Valkyries is porn.
I know next week's episode of Gate is called Ride of the Valkyries.
That's what I was thinking.
I bet they're going to do that.
Shit.
I hope they do.
They better.
Come on.
Valkyrie
I know what-
Drive.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I just don't know what
That's the one. That's the one with. the characters' breasts are given weight.
Are given weight?
I thought they already had
no.
weight.
I mean, they list
You can show.
they list how much their breasts weigh in the stats. You know, like how anime.
I like that. That there's something
that's
funny
awesome.
about that.
Yeah. How yeah.
I can't wait till the day where character stats get so complex that we start getting their entire medical history.
I can't wait until the day when
Like they had
character
chicken pox
stats.
when they were 7. And
What was their cholesterol level in 7th grade?
Oh, and
I'm waiting for the day when character stats are as advanced as UC Gundam stats.
K got what is it? K got you like this because it's actually Europe,
Oh?
and they're kissing in the trailer,
That was almost a Scooby-Doo
and it's very Seren Kagura-ish.
Speaking of things that should have breast measurements and weight, I'm sure the measurements are there, but the weights. These, like they have those things like at the grocery store where you put like, cantaloupes in.
Scale.
Yeah, they're scales, and basically you just see how much it weighs.
I lost track of
Calculate
this
the price.
conversation at some point.
Yeah, it happens. Just one of those.
Nature of the beast of the podcast.
Oh, you're talking about like in the produce section where you
Yes,
weigh
yes,
how much the shit costs.
Yeah, like you put like your cabbages and stuff in there.
So you put your breasts in there.
It's like, okay, all right, we're not using the metric system yet, so we're gonna have to transcribe this for everyone else.
Even the flat-chested, small-chested characters have like a weight stat.
We'll see that joke would just be putting the entire character into the scale.
Yeah, like, how do you weigh that?
You use like those one measurement weights that you hang off stuff.
I imagine it has to be to a certain size before you can weigh it.
Yeah, like there's no weight to put on anything. Like you can't-
If I could get graphic, you cut it off, you weigh it, and then you sew it back on.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Why would you do that?
That's some Hell season level shit there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, exactly. Like that's one of those things where actually, you know what it reminds me of more than even that? Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Come on, listen to some wild horses. I think I just like completely killed the room with that.
You have fun
because everybody was remembering that scene of him dancing around.
I love this show.
yes.
What other podcasts will talk about cutting off breasts and weighing them?
Good
Not the
podcast,
other, maybe. Not the other side. I'll tell you that.
Oh. Ooh.
Ouch.
I would say shots fired, but they're a pretty easy target.
Yeah, no.
Well, you remember.
Well, but you couldn't miss that.
Guy.
Yeah.
You're that time enforcer Faku guy.
Yeah.
You're right for
for
Taco.
That will never not make me laugh.
You work for. I didn't know you wrote for Faku.
Dude, how come you can't hook me up?
It's a stupid thing to say.
And what is it? He was complaining about how people wear the Faku shirt. So like, what if they have to What if they have to advertise that they masturbate or whatever? Like,
How dare they be proud? How dare they be proud of it? I've been trying to put them down, and they're all being proud of it.
Yes,
I'm trying to shame people, and they're not being ashamed like I want them to.
Because only perverts and Democrats masturbate.
Whoa, drawing girl. TYI or TMI, I think.
Oh shit.
It's not that I haven't had dreams of eating out Shauna. I just don't go around telling people about it. Oh wait.
Well, now I have.
Right. Okay. So any other shows or things people want to kind of? Wait a minute. News broadcast. Ladies versus Butlers.
Yeah, it's finally coming out.
yes.
I can finally actually get my hopes up for this thing.
Delay
So
announced
pissed.
next week. Delay announced next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Shit.
is basically just like, I guess I'll just go back to the Legos.
I'm waiting for I'm waiting for them to ship out the first season of K-On! On Blu-ray.
Oh right, I need to get that.
Wasn't that already out?
It was not on DVD.
No, I meant the
I know
Blu-ray
what
thing.
you
I remember
meant.
they announced it like 2 years ago.
It was no, it was only on Blu-ray. Yeah, but it was never on Blu-ray. It was only on Blu-ray.
No. I'm
back in the
saying
day.
I remember Sentai announcing they'll put it on Blu-ray like 2 years ago. Have they still not done that?
They didn't have the first season at the time.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
It was still Bandai, but now
Right.
Right.
when it went over to the license went over to Sentai, then they went straight into the second season. Now,
No. I'm talking about after that. I swear that they announced they were putting out the first season on Blu-ray like 2 years ago.
Well, that's probably the Japanese company thing, that you had, they're very like you can't put this out without our say.
Yeah. Sentai being slow
Especially
again.
if it's a especially if it's a big thing. Like, I'm kind of both happy and a bit annoyed that they announced. Well, Cubed III will agree with me. That Hidamari's sketch Honeycomb got solicited. But here's the bad news. For now, it's only on DVD.
Yeah, I know. I was bummed about that.
They'll all these things will eventually come out on Blu-ray. It's just a question of when.
Yeah.
Because I would love to get stuff like Photokano, but I'm waiting for that on Blu-ray. I would love to get Tamako Market, but only on Blu-ray. I'm debating if I want to get like Kokai no Kanata, because they have 3 versions. They have a DVD, they have a Blu-ray DVD combo, which looks sweet, but I'm not going to spend that much money on one of those type of sets.
I still hate combo packs.
It comes with Mirai's glasses. I'm like, oh, but then there's also a regular Blu-ray pack, like just a regular standard Blu-ray.
Weren't they doing like a super special awesome edition?
Yeah, that was the Blu-ray combo pack. That's the.
See, the thing about me is that I don't consider throwing in an inferior medium to be a bonus.
Well, they did. No, they're doing like card, those like what what I mean.
I'm sure they are, but I don't like that. One of the selling points for a collector's edition is you can watch it in an inferior format.
Yeah, I don't. You're gonna buy it in the format that you're gonna, I get it.
Yeah, I get it to a certain extent, like, in case if a friend wants to borrow it, that kind of thing.
Or people like, no offense to Anubis, but, people that haven't gotten to putting their Blu-ray drive.
Like, that's like...
If you want to give me money for a Blu-ray drive, I'll accept it.
I'm so tired of DVDs. They need to die already. Blu-ray players are like $20. Just go get one.
Yeah.
There is, again, I'm only pretty much settling on Blu-ray, but there are some exceptions, like Discotheque, Solicit, and I'm gonna have to get this down the line. I've been waiting for this for like almost a decade. Robot Carnival.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
That will look, even in DVD, that will look really good. Cause that's something that that's just one of the things people need to own. And just I mean, it's an easy thing to show people. Think, not that I'm one of those people like you gotta introduce other people to anime. Yeah,
I'm one of those people.
Well,
But my introduction for people to anime is stuff like Girls and Ponzi. Stuff that's contemporary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too out there.
Well, here's the thing. I have a Blu-ray player, but I need to get a new one because this one in particular, something's kind of fucked up with it. I don't think the firmware was updated properly.
Ooh.
And it's not available for that model anymore. So it's basically you can't do it now.
What brand? I'm just curious.
It was like Insignia or something. It came with the TV. Back when Blu-ray was pretty new, so it was a deal. So it's been updated significantly. It doesn't even play newer DVDs right sometimes.
I know the company's kind of shitty, but I have a Sony.
They're better at those than they are consoles.
I would trust a Sony Blu-ray player because they made the medium.
Yeah.
Sony's that incompetent that I don't even think Sony's that incompetent that they don't know how to run their own medium that they create. If I was getting a Blu-ray player, I'd get a Sony because they know how to handle their own.
I think the thing about Sony is that the stuff is durable, but it's also like prohibitively expensive for some people.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sony, please stop making TVs. You're just not good at it.
As for what I've been watching, like we said earlier, I think VZ was saying something about earlier. I recently finished Shirobako, and that was pretty good. Although episode 14 made me kind of pissed me off to the point where I kind of just let it go.
I have seen pics of I do like the character design of that one girl. You know which one?
Which one?
Oh, the one with the braid and the really large.
I'm trying to remember what happened in episode 14. I don't even remember.
It's just this endless bickering, and it got so fucking annoying. And it was like, okay, and then after I got past episode 14, it was fine.
Oh, is that the one where the guys are arguing about the casting choices?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, see, that just doesn't seem like my type.
I thought that was hilarious.
Like what was it? Sorako say was something.
But I like people bickering. So.
Yeah, so
I like people bickering too. It's just that for some reason it was just a bit much for me this time. For some reason.
It seems like it just seems
from. Sorry.
I'm just saying. It seems like from observation. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but that Shirobako is to I don't know, like anime industry anime, where Wake Up Girls is to like idol anime.
I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know, BZ. That's a pretty damning assessment.
First of all, one has a budget, the other doesn't. Second of all, I think they actually go in opposite directions because Wake Up Girls is kind of cynical, whereas Shirobako is kind of sugar-coated.
Let's make it clear right now. Wake Up Girls mentioned 9/11.
I think that pretty much closes the lid on that.
Yeah.
Did
Also,
Shirobako mention 9/11? Not that I recall.
Also,
But here's the thing. There is some sprinkles of cynicism, but it's not to the point of the whole, oh, you don't know the business.
Yeah, but I think 90% of the cynicism comes from Hiraoka, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is another barrier, is that I kind of sworn off PA work stuff because I find this stuff like really pretty, but also really like mopey, melodramatic type of like.
That's cool.
That's because I tried. I watched a good deal of Taratari, and I tried watching that. I don't know, the Fish People one.
The Fish People one.
What?
Yeah.
Fish People one.
No, he means Nagi no Asukata.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't remember them. Yeah, I didn't remember.
I'm just glad it wasn't about fish sticks.
I love fish sticks. I love putting
Now
fish
I'm thinking of
sticks in my
that
mouth.
dumb Dr. Demento.
I don't get it. Why does everyone keep saying that?
Yeah, that was pretty funny actually.
Yeah, I do like fish sticks. What of it? I don't get it.
Yes.
I love fish sticks in your mouth.
I like to put fish sticks in and around my mouth.
They are called blowfish, Anyhow, so
Anyway.
Good shows. Anything else anybody wants to kind of cover? Accident hilarity or?
Well, I've just been watching some of the more, of course, like I said earlier, been watching Umadu-chan and School Life and Charlotte and all that stuff. Charlotte is still pretty good. I'm really glad that they kind of nerfed that pizza sauce joke, I will say. That did get a little old after a while.
Is it?
Watch the show to figure out this pizza sauce joke in context.
I watched I watched fucking Starvengers on YouTube.
Speaking of you,
which is that was a U.S. version of
I think the thing I find comforting about
Robo G.
Oh.
The thing I find comforting about Charlotte is that I think at this point he's writing for the medium now. Like with Angel Beats, I got the like Angel Beats had to be cut in half, so I get the feeling like his concept wasn't really as fleshed out as it could have been. I think this time he knew how much he was going to get out of it, so he planned around that.
I just hope it doesn't get screwed over in production like Angel Beats did. That's my only.
Well, if it did, we would hear about that because we heard about that before Angel Beats even aired.
Yeah, well, like I said, I didn't really read the news before Angel Beats, so I basically just went into this completely blind. So I mean,
that wasn't a studio thing either. That was a time slot thing. I think the network screwed them over there.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't because of the production committee saying, "Oh, you gotta do this. You gotta cut this part in half." Nope.
No, it's because they couldn't. Like the network they were airing on cut their time slot, and they couldn't find anywhere else to air it. I think that was the thing.
Oh, that's bogus.
You know how many fucking robot shows in the 80s got like cut short?
A lot.
Yeah, a ton.
Yeah, ton.
I think we're all
I'd imagine
forgetting...
as soon as they stopped selling toys.
Yeah. I think we're all forgetting... Speaking of YouTube, I popped on there, and you know how when you get on there, it shows like the channels that are real popular and like a row of their videos and stuff.
Hey, have you heard of PewDiePie?
I was just going to mention that.
Oh God. Or
that's exactly where I was going. I'm glad you cut me off.
Or recommendations or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because doing the Charlotte thing.
Uh-huh.
I didn't watch them, but I'm curious if anybody else did.
What are you talking about? What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious.
On that note, we're up against the break. Keep it right here on NTR Radio.
I mean, I've been watching stuff. I just don't think anyone else is, so whatever.
No rush.
All right. I have to take a moment because I have to take a squeege.
I'll be right back.
You have to clean your car? God.
I wasn't even gonna ask what that is. I was just gonna say, you know what? Do whatever you need to do.
That's what they call. That's what they call it when you clean your car windows, squeegeeing.
All right.
So this is the part where I take 15 hours to figure out what music to play.
I want to look up who the director of Prison School is because I'm really impressed with his work right now. All kinds of experimental shit, like they do these sequences in first person, and they do these sequences where they explain plans with Lego stop. I don't think it's stop motion; it's probably CG, but like with Legos.
Back.
Like it feels like an animator is just experimenting. It's like we're just gonna throw whatever works.
It would be really cool if cell animation came back. I don't know why. Just seeing how good that looks in HD and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, Shirobako did that for those sequences.
Yeah, I know Cell. They did an animation in the old days episode where they went.
I think those sequences though are actually in Cell.
Like Cell.
Yeah, like it's HD, but it's in Cell. They actually went back and did that in Cell animation just to show it off, I guess, which is way farther than they needed to go to prove that point.
I just thought they just invented some sort of new watercolor, some new digipaint technique.
No, I think I heard something that they actually went back. They actually did Cell for that.
If that is the case, then
look at this. The guy who's directing Prison School directed Shirobako.
Huh.
What do you know?
Tsutomu Mizushima. He also directed Girls in Panzer,
Oh.
Blood Sea, Another Squid Girl, Holic, Witchcraft Works, Bitchcraft Twerks. And man, this guy has some ups and downs.
And a lot of ups.
Yeah. I mentioned how I hate Holic.
Yeah.
That show was
I
so
watched
boring.
like the first episode of it in Anime Club and
That show was so boring.
pay attention.
The only good thing about it is Todd Habercorn.
But other than that, whatever.
Todd Habercorn is the only good thing about that show. Because that character was practically written for him.
What did he play again? Was it Watanuki or something like that?
He was the main character.
Oh yeah.
But just his manner and his reactions were just written for Todd Habercorn.
I remember I kind of sworn off Clamp like after Tsubasa and all that stuff.
I was never a huge fan of Clamp to begin with.
Yeah, I really like Clamp mainly for Magic Knight Rayearth and Cardcaptor Sakura.
Mm.
Yeah. As much as I love Code Geass, I'm not gonna say my favorite thing about it is the character designs.
I love the character designs.
I think I think they're fine. You know, they're better than Clamp's other work, I think.
Actually, it was Clamp, but also the guy that did Gal Gaigar that worked on that.
Yep.
That was the most butchered, like that was the most slurred way to say Gal Gaigar I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Half asleep. Is it just me or does I can't even say Guy Galgar. Doesn't that sound like a fake name someone would make up for Gamergate?
Oh yeah, like
Gomergate or Goobergate.
Yeah, that's what my friend Goobergate.
I'm
I like
a
how it
goofy
was-
goober, yeah. You're a goofy goober, yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Roger.
I wish I could eat these honey barbecue Fritos, but I don't have anything to drink, so that would be torturous.
Okay. All right.
I love those Sargon of Akkad videos
Yeah.
where you like he pretty much tears tears right into social justice warriors.
He's great. I love him.
Yeah. Like you put up the video about the one the woman the girl that was being arrested by and she was like free inhabitant. That's what she called herself.
Oh no! Those are you're talking about the sovereign citizens.
Don't know what that is, but she called herself a free inhabitant. And when she was being arrested, she just screams out rape, rape.
Oh boy. Oh god.
This is what we have to deal with.
I know, man.
We have to deal with false rape accusations every day.
Can't even think about women.
People ask me why I don't leave my house. I'm like, well, honestly, because I'm a raping machine. I gotta keep myself contained. Yeah.
That's our Zeke. That's our Zeke.
My home is a prison, and the prison is me.
Oh boy.
I'm back.
Roger that.
Want a fucking medal?
Yeah, man. Give me my bronze medal.
We don't got bronze. We only got zinc.
I seen like both screen caps.
Hook me up with some aluminium.
I seen both screen caps and gifs of like uncensored Shima Neta.
Yeah. About to get that freaking
Do want?
rip. Let's go.
I'm about to get that illegal download.
Exactly.
We here at NTR Radio are not suggesting you do that.
Please watch.
I just go with the horrible subs, and then I'll probably definitely rewatch
I'm
this.
not suggesting you do that, but we do.
Unabashedly, unapologetically.
Yeah.
I can't wait to donate money to Dead Fish.
Girls.
Could be worse. It could be
I love that Horrible Subs is now accept. Did you hear that Horrible Subs is now accepting Steam cards and Counter-Strike Ghost skins as donations?
Wow. Really?
Oh my god! Wow.
I hate to wonder what Nim Diggas is gonna do.
Nem Diggas?
What? You never heard of them?
No, I think I have, but it's been a while.
Like every time I see it, I have that pause moment. It's like, you know what? Why? Who thought this was a good idea? I mean, I know. I see what you did there.
I don't think fan subgroups put a whole lot of thought into their names. I mean,
No,
there's a fan
probably not.
subgroup called Underwater.
Oh, I remember when
The best is still commie subs.
when the
To me.
Ebola thing happened. What did you say? A subgroup named Ebola.
Ebola, like Ebola subs or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, do they have like a thing at the beginning about staying out of Houston and Dallas for a while?
No, it's like before you can watch the episode, they play the Joe Coney video.
Oh God! Stop, Cody!
Okay.
What a
Like
joke.
the commie subs every episode or everything. This isn't true, by the way.
It's been so long at this point. I'm still waiting for the Family Guy episode where he pops out of the jungle like still alive.
Oh boy.
But with commie subs, again, this isn't actually really true, but it would be funny. Like every time you started it up, it played the Soviet national anthem.
Mhm. No, but it's weird whenever you watch something and it's like animated by Gonzo. Oh yeah. That Sorga say it was like that. It's like you see their thing in the beginning. It's like Gonzo.
Did who put the DMX thing in there?
Oh yeah.
Was that Kami?
I think it was. It seems like it was.
No, I don't remember.
That was the funniest thing.
Like I know you lost your shit about that.
For Himegoto or something like that.
Because they did the Himegoto did that, but then before that there was those joke subs for Rokubo that did the same thing years ago.
Oh,
And that was by some other subgroup.
I want to know how that conversation went. It's like we don't really
go
want to do this
good
one.
here. A really homophobic song by DMX.
Well, at least it made some sense with Rokubo because it was about basketball, but...
Yeah, see, that's when they would have had the drop-ins for, what's his name? Don Imus.
Nappy-headed hose.
yeah.
Like, I remember the outrage about that, and it's just like, it's Don Imus.
Why?
And I think D.L. Hughley said it best when he's like, why would you get offended by him? He looks like a werewolf that didn't finish changing.
Oh.
It's like, besides, you can get offended all you want, but those were some nappy-headed O's.
All right, ready on second segment.
Okay.
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to NTR Radio. So the reason we have 5 people on this podcast, just giant Charlie Foxtrot right now, is because we're tackling a very serious issue.
The party van.
Yes.
We're gonna get a little problematic up in here.
Yeah, very.
Oh.
We're talking about social justice warriors and all
For lack of a better
what that
term.
entails.
Social
community.
justice warriors.
For lack of a better term that they didn't come up with first.
Yeah, exactly.
Come-
So where do we start with
Uh,
tackling this topic?
Well, let's debunk myth number 1. Gamergate did not invent the term.
No.
well, certainly not. It's been around before they showed up.
Yeah, I'm not even
crap.
88, and I know that.
That is, my friends, that is what we call backpedaling.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, that came up. That popped up a year ago. No, it's been around much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, and the thing is it's showing up in more places. Like besides just the gaming world. I mean.
Oh well, anime journalism.
It's been an anime for a while.
Right. Well, yeah, and it's got kind of that. It's one of those things you see certain type of language and then it immediately pops into your head.
You may remember
Like if
our
you're
epic 50-minute group rant from last time.
Problematic.
That's a common word. Other ones,
Trigger.
well, yeah, but problematic seems to
Toxicity.
be toxicity, yeah, or just toxic.
Yeah.
A lot of words are getting overused to the point where
You almost out.
Yeah, you almost tune them out.
Yeah.
Is pandering one of them? Because I feel like it's one of them.
No, that's not really one of their words.
I think it gets to the point
it's
where
not a social
It's an
justice
anime
word.
exclusive thing.
I think it gets to the point eventually where if you can make a bingo chart out of it, then you're probably
People
doing
have.
something wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a bingo chart just out of shit Gabby says. So.
Well,
I want to.
You get her last.
The eternal question is, what's up with the fucking dyed hair that nearly every one of these people have?
Because they
gotta be
all
really
live on
unique.
They all got to live on the West Coast. That's how it goes.
Just Google anti-Gamergate meetup.
Oh yeah, and it's got all those people with the fedoras, and oh no, only a couple of them had them, but
They were all women except for like one or two. And
well, there's always
Hey.
two cards. They're either like all women or it's like all fat, bald, white guys and a few women.
with beards.
Yeah, with beards.
Anubis pointed this out. What the fuck's up with the beards?
Goonie beard man.
I don't get it.
Because I think it's because it's post-ironic everywhere. It's normal everywhere but Southern California, where it's post-ironic because I guess it's hot or something.
yeah, here it is. They're all women except for that one guy with the really, like a better term, nappy hair. Cute hair.
See, that's what we call a callback.
All women and the one guy that was just kind of happy to be there.
And all the other ones have like dyed hair.
Is it just me or is it just leaking into their brainstem?
Maybe that's it. Maybe they're all getting like fucking
Okay, that one on the
dye
left,
poison.
that is not a woman. I'm sorry, that is not a woman.
I don't have the picture here, but
They blur the line. You can't tell the difference sometimes.
indeed. Now, anyhow, to get it kind of back to where we're actually talking
Yeah,
about.
let's stop mocking them for their appearance and start mocking them for their.
Oh,
beliefs.
and it says here,
Yeah, exactly.
actual.
Yeah, let's do that.
Wait. Actual image from the San Francisco Gamer Gaze anti-Gamergate meetup from last weekend. Looks like it was a hoot.
A hoot.
Oh, is that that one picture with like 8 people in a room?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, I love the fact that he knew what you were talking about.
I think it was outside actually, but no, it could be.
I see all those pictures. You see like Gamergate meetups like hundreds of thousands of people, and then you see anti-Gamergate meetups like 10 people in a room.
What do you think is like
They
supposed
all
to
play
accomplish?
Braid.
Like what do you think an anti-Gamergate meetup is supposed to accomplish? Like a Gamergate meetup, I can understand because at least they'll be talking about games or having a good time and not worrying about.
Well, they all talk about how people who aren't them are bad.
And that they're and how their Apple products,
Look at all the XOXO Fest footage.
Because
that's actually kind of
eventually
creepy.
bitching on Twitter just gets old, and you got to bitch in person.
Yep.
Now, what is it?
Anubis brought up a point.
Where they're just so much more enlightened.
Yeah, sure they are.
Exactly.
They don't always have like a physical platform. They can't all be gender studies professors.
Ha.
You know?
No. Anubis brought up something that I've been kind of wondering about for a while. The beard thing. These are not normal beards either, by the way. They look like ZZ Top tryouts or something.
Or Duck Dynasty rejects or something.
It's a fashion thing. I've seen it. I see it everywhere now.
The hipster beard.
The glasses are bad too. I saw this list of all these like quote unquote corrupt journalists, and they all had like photos of each one of them, and almost like 70 or more % of them all had those thick dark glasses.
I don't mind the thick ones, but I can't stand the ones that are like pointed up. They're just like those are like the 50s glasses.
Those ones make you look like you're 58 years old. It doesn't matter what you can be 22. You look like you're 58.
Oh, I hate those
big glasses with the points up.
I just hate those glasses that are like perfectly square.
The triggered glasses.
He knows what I'm talking about.
The triggered glasses.
Well, I know what you're talking about because whenever I look at the glasses store, like that's all they have there, and it pisses me off.
Yeah, I refuse to wear those.
It's a look. It's a look, and here's how you know it's a look.
Stupid.
You ever see PBS Game Show? That guy Jamin.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. wearing, 'cause he wears glasses normally, but on the show he wears glasses without lenses because the lens would put a glare on the glasses with the lights and stuff. But he doesn't have to wear glasses on the show. It doesn't matter. It's all for a look. It's all to accomplish this
Look
sort
how
of,
intellectual
this sort
I
of
am.
general look that they're going for.
We're not conforming by conforming.
Yeah, it just screams, "Hey, look! I used to get my ass
That's
kicked."
dumb to me. I wear
love
glasses while I'm on this show, and yeah, there's a glare from this monitor and that monitor, but I need them to see. So that doesn't matter to me if there's a glare.
Maybe they need glasses to see through their own bullshit.
Anyone remember the South Park? Anyone remember the South Park episode when they go to San Francisco? It's like, I don't smell my own farts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that about where they replaced the smog with the smug?
Yes.
Right. Well, here's the thing with the glasses, at least to me. Wearing glasses when you don't need to is just stupid. Let's just put that out there right now.
Equally stupid is not wearing glasses when you do need to, but wearing fake glasses to accomplish a look. That's equally stupid.
It reminds me of
wear glasses or don't.
It reminds me of that episode of Daria where the stupid jock Kevin, he puts on glasses and he's like, if I wear these, I'll be smarter, you know?
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, I know people like that. I mean, I don't associate with them, but I know people like that.
Oh, there's a thing on Know Your Meme where just type in go to Know Your Meme and go type in idiot nerd. And that pretty much sums up what you guys are talking about.
I would, but I know my memes. I know all the memes.
But no, it plays into this mentality that.
To me, it is a look, but it doesn't signify
idiot nerd
that
girl. That's it.
It is a look, but it doesn't signify to me that they're smart or anything. It signifies that, hey, I used to get my ass kicked in the locker room.
Yeah, it says, idiot nerd girls in a Vice animal image macro series. We have a photo of a teenage girl wearing thick rimmed glasses with the word nerd written on the palm of her left hand.
And to be perfectly honest, to go from what Cave God's saying, I don't think many of these people did get their asses kicked in high school. Honestly, don't, because why would you go through that and then inflict that upon other people?
Yeah, it's
you know, that is how psychology works sometimes. The bullied become the bullies, the oppressed become the oppressors, you know.
Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
But one of the things
that has happened to me. Yeah.
Like, that's something I can't fathom. Why you would.
Well, I think that's the difference between someone with empathy and someone without, is that someone with empathy goes through those experiences and they're like, I'm going to be a better person than that.
Yeah.
And
this was bad. I don't want people to go through this, so I'm not going to inflict that upon other people. But then you got people like these people on the upper levels of these fandoms,
Gawker,
who are just beating down on people in the same fandom that their only crime was you like something I don't, and you do stuff I don't like, and you disagree.
You like
as I said last time, these people are sociopathic. They're good at playing up the empathy, but they don't actually possess it.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. You like the wrong shows.
Another thing I've noticed, and again, this isn't true with everybody, is completely the age group. There's two of them. There's your young teenagers, just young adults. They make up, I think, the majority.
We call them middle schoolers.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt, but here's a hilarious one from the meme I was talking about. You'll like this one. You'll like this one, K-Gods. Caesar Shar Asmal cosplay. Oh my God, Zex is so hot.
Sweet, you took down the Wing Zero in a Leo. Awesome.
The kind of hypocritical 13-year-old white girl who condemns the white man while still blushing over Benjamin Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the thing is you also see some of these 30 to 40-year-olds that are like that too, and they're different though. You'll notice that.
Well, now they have a. Well, I think these kinds of people have been around forever, but now they have a platform. It's kind of like.
I think so, but I think these people are largely just trying to get in with the quote unquote young cool crowd. And
it's cool to be a nerd.
I would.
And some of them, let's just be honest, some of them are just trying to get laid.
I would agree with you on some points. I think that there are some people, and absolutely in upper levels of this fandom, that are like that. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
They're just like that by themselves. Like that is their personality.
Oh yeah, I know. The one
reason they're so obsessed with the media is because they're smart enough to at least acknowledge that whoever controls the minds of the youth wins ultimately.
Yeah, pretty much.
They understand that much at least. So that's why they're so focused on media, even media that isn't meant for children, but whatever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. If you look at propaganda techniques and all that stuff, and I honestly do think people should look into this kind of stuff because it lets you know with what you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Like, if you look at like old Soviet like techniques and propaganda, or even like stuff during the Mao era, China and all that.
Yeah.
You'll find that some of this stuff. I thought you meant
the Demon King era. I'm like, what era was that?
No, I was talking about Code Geass.
That was a pretty.
That was on for like 2 episodes.
It's a pretty short era.
Yeah, exactly. That was a micro era. It's like a microaggression, except it's an era.
Micro machines. Every time I hear the term microaggressions, I always think of micro machines.
Yeah.
Like you slip and fall on them. It's a microaggression. It's like Home Alone,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that one episode of Futurama where they go to that planet where the rulers kept drinking each other, so no one's rule lasted longer than a few days.
Right. It would be like, for some reason, a lot of this stuff reminds me of Children of the Corn. You know how everybody, once they reach adulthood, they're killed. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Wait, what? You just ruined it for me.
Oops.
Well, but you wouldn't like it anyway. Wait.
No, but the idea is it has that kind of cannibalistic kind of. Oh well, once you hit a certain point, you're no longer part of the in group.
Drawing Girl said, thick rim glasses look attractive to me, though. It looks cute on Mirai. Yes, it does look cute on Mirai.
I agree.
They're also a fictional character.
Well, no,
they're also not that thick.
I am on board with thick-rimmed glasses under certain circumstances, just like I'm on board with fedoras under certain circumstances.
And those circumstances are not orange.
No circumstance under which I'm on board with fedoras. Include also an orange fedora.
Yeah. They should just have one that's like all like like the holographic.
Like the holographic hats in Back to the Future 2 or something like that?
Kind of like something like that, yeah.
Do you want a holographic fedora?
Yes.
Like that? Do you want me to throw up?
It's that way it could be the most garish thing.
Yeah.
Or it could be like Psychopaths where all clothes are holograms. Everyone's just walking around naked.
See that thing from space.
Yeah, it's like you got the Matrix going on your head.
No, it's like that. It changes colors and depending on which view you're looking at it.
And people on the International Space Station goes, "What is that?"
Somebody has really bad fashion
us?
I mean, yeah, that would be on par with holographic, parachute pants. Just a bad idea.
Just no.
Drawing Girl said, I also find dyed hair attractive, especially with cosplay. Again,
kind of a
with cosplay, of course, but
yeah,
but
these people, that's their default.
Cosplayers don't work at Home Depot in full regalia.
Again, as you said, what is it? Depends how much or what the limit.
Like I don't know. You can always tell because again, the Skittles hair, face piercings, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. The Skittles hair. Oh, I can't. That's one thing. I cannot stand the facial piercings, especially like the ring thing.
Huge turn off. Yeah.
The ring thing.
Not on board with it at all.
The one that looks like the bull.
Yeah. I saw somebody get punched that had one of those, and it just mutilated their nose.
There you go.
Or here's one I see a lot of these people get: cheek piercings.
Why?
I'm making a statement.
That's not even a hole.
Like right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly. I'm making a statement. Yes, that you can't go through. That you can't have an
I'm making
MRI.
a statement. It's called you
Oh,
can
I've
technically
seen-
pierce
I've seen
anything,
a
but
guy-
you probably shouldn't.
I seen a guy who the level of try hard impression is phenomenal. I saw a guy that had huge cutouts right here, and a plastic thing, so that way he could have his tongue go out in the cheek.
Oh, it's like those.
Oh.
It's like those South African tribes that have holes in their jaws so they can stick
Yeah.
little.
Yeah, kind of like that, but that way. But he could plug it in, put plugs in, so that way it doesn't drool out.
I think my favorite thing is those people that have so many earrings on their eyebrows that their eyebrows look like they're made of metal.
Exactly. If these people tried to go through a metal detector, they would just have a
I
hard
just
time.
imagine it hurts whenever you make a face.
Just imagine if they had to go through an MRI.
Just imagine if Jim Carrey had that.
Fire Marshal Bill. Ah, fuck. Yes. But okay, away from the appearances.
But
Yeah.
no, and here's my thing, and I think at the end of the day, my main problem with this kind of mentality, especially in the anime fandom, is that it's just lazy. It's like,
I don't know.
It's
I-
like
Is it though? Because I don't think they ever really meant it to be serious criticism in the first place. I'm sure they think it is, but
oh, they certainly think it is, and a lot of people think it is, and that's a problem because it's not. It's not a criticism.
Rating for the show? Picard face part.
It's not even that stuff. It's this show doesn't respect my personal hang-ups, so it's bad because of that. Because I expect every show from this other country to.
this Japanese show does not propagate my Western values.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I hate that shit so much.
And it's lazy. It's not. You're not talking about the show at that point. You're talking about yourself. It really sounds to thick people like you're talking about the show.
Well, that's the sociopathic. That's the sociopathy again. It's like
Anubis.
sociopaths love to talk about themselves,
But Anubis,
and they love to disguise it as if it's something else.
Well, they're also very, again, to borrow a term, malignant narcissism.
But don't
Anubis, every show is political, don't you know?
don't you know
Yes.
that people that watch Kiss This live in windowless vans?
Yeah, because Aiken,
Hey, that's just correlation.
I mean,
Aiken was making a statement, a basic statement that we don't understand how fan service works.
It was making a statement called "Animators don't know how to draw."
obviously, C3 Boo was making a statement about Sandy Hook. Apparently.
Clearly,
Right? Yeah.
That-
I'm
that-
going to
we need
guess
gun
that there's-
control
I'm
in
gonna guess there's
Japan.
Maybe
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna guess. There's maybe 20 people in Japan that have even heard of Sandy Hook.
Like, seriously. You're expecting this show created by another country, created by another culture, created by people who don't know or care about you, to live up to whatever your personal sensibilities dictate, and it's just not going to happen. Let's be really real. It's not going to happen.
It's funny when they think they think that there's some sort of agenda that they think these shows are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the
The
whole
show's gonna turn people into lolicons.
yeah.
No,
Oh,
I'm
what
gonna
was
have
that?
to put out my.
Did anyone else see? Did anyone else see that 4chan post from that Japanese developer where it's like Japanese game dev do not care about Western issues?
I think I saw that.
American women seem so uncouth. Perhaps not enough love from fathers.
Ha!
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that, but
no,
that sounds
I didn't
hilarious.
see that, but that is funny.
Yeah, it was like Japanese game dev focus on pantsu because it warms the heart and the heart below or something. It was amazing.
Oh, my God.
No, I won't say I dislike it because it's lazy. I mean, I don't. That's obviously a personal thing too. But the worst thing I think is the idea that I don't like this and you shouldn't be able to like it.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
And if you do like it, we want to be able to take that away from you to where
Exactly.
We don't want you to have
enjoy
the
it.
access.
Yeah, we want to take your access away from it.
It's like these people have a mindset trapped in like 15th century monarchies. Like if you don't like something, you can just get rid of it.
Well, and that's just it. It's like, well, you're free to like this crap, if you want. It's like not when you want to legislate it away.
It's amazing, like how relevant.
You're free to like
the
this
show,
crap until we lock you in jail for it.
It's amazing, like how relevant Shimonetta is to this stuff.
Oh yeah, that was something I was talking about with the girlfriend. This like it's interesting. This came out just now with all this anti Lolicon and all this other stuff that's been popping out.
It's so relevant that people are calling it propaganda.
Who's calling it propaganda?
Theron Martin
Creamer
called
on
it.
A&N.
Who?
I think Theron called it propaganda too.
Nah, it was Nick Creamer, I believe.
Alright.
Yes, propaganda. Propaganda for freedom. Yes. Freedom propaganda.
But
I like that.
it's and you see this all the time, especially on like when A&N reports on some new censorship thing, and all of a sudden you see the talkback thread get a whole bunch of people actively advocating censorship on the grounds that they don't like what's being censored, so why have it? I don't like it. Well, so why do we need it?
Oh my God, the community's worse than the editors because they don't even have a filter.
Oh yeah. Well, not only that, but I know some of you didn't live through this, but the PMRC is exactly what these people are like. Exactly, because they originally did not want to put the stickers on it. They just wanted to get rid of the stuff.
Yep.
Okay. The stickers thing was pretty much the ultimate compromise, which a lot of people still didn't like that.
Oh
because a lot of places wouldn't carry it if you had it on there.
Oh, the listener discretion.
Yeah, the explicit.
Drawing Girl comments, female SJWs do seem to have daddy issues.
Well, they do hate men. We know that. I mean, I recently saw that. It could have been a joke. I honestly don't know. But with these people, it's hard to tell anymore. It says, we need to basically poll, we need to cull the male population. Like down to like 10% and like leave them only for breeding purposes.
I heard 1 in 4, but I guess they keep changing it because
you need to listen to a rap artist on YouTube called Ali. Was Rucka Ali.
Oh, I love him so much.
You need to listen to one called Fat Violent Dykes.
What?
Oh yeah.
That is like, yes, that's these people.
Did you see what happened to Tyler the Creator?
Yep.
Yeah.
That shit was funny. He's like, oh, I got kicked out of Australia, boo-hoo.
What? Oh man, I remember he got in trouble for like making like this Mountain Dew commercial and like it involved like a goat attacking this woman or something like that.
Oh yeah.
A goat. It's like, first off, the commercial is already fucking ridiculous.
It's a goat.
Remember there was the controversy about that commercial, the one with the I think it was it Mountain Dew?
No, it was. I think it was.
I
remember. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember. It was
Catchphrase.
Oh yeah, that was Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a thing for women or whatever.
This is a man's drink.
Yeah, really, Dr. Pepper. Have you had Dr. Pepper before? After a while, it starts to taste like cold syrup.
I had it once. It tasted
No,
lousy.
dude. Like every time I taste one of the different 23 flavors.
They all taste bad.
Okay,
they all taste like various shades of Robitussin.
Are you drinking Diet? Because Diet Dr. Pepper is horrible, but actual Dr. Pepper is great.
I have never enjoyed Dr. Pepper at any
I could
point
only
in time.
have Diet.
I've had it.
Well, Anubis, you're dead to me, so...
Okay.
Okay. Oh boy.
Dr. Pepper, fuck Jack Daniels. Dr. Pepper's a man's drink.
But yeah, no. It's like,
you want to see some stereotyping? Go to any alcohol forum and start mentioning like wine spritzers.
I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah, I think I tweeted about it once. The wine coolers.
White wine spritzer.
Wine spritzers. What a woman's drink.
Right.
Sorry, I don't like bitter tasting beer or anything like that.
No, I'm sorry, I don't like stuff that's gonna stuff that I'm gonna drink and make a face after I drink it.
it's like
I enjoy.
It's like you're drinking
tasting-
liquid lemon heads or some shit.
I'm drinking old.
Like every one of these alcohol forms has like a masculinity threshold. It's like some of these places, like if you're not drinking at least like 40-vol vodka, then you're not a real man.
Speaking of that, those the most interesting man in the world memes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of those are pretty funny. I like the ones that say basically, that are basically about someone losing in video games and just like going violent and ape shit. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah, where it's just like, I don't always lose in this video game, but when I do, I snap and break my brother's neck,
That reminds me of those old GameFly commercials where people would lose at video games or like find out the game they bought was bad and then they just throw their TV out the window and start screaming.
Have you ever actually been around somebody that acts like that when they're playing? That shit is funny.
I haven't been around someone who acts like that.
I do rate video games.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was rich enough, I would totally do that every time I lost. I would just break so many TVs.
Like lob your CRT monitor out the window.
I did, however.
I would just check my controller at an LCD and be like, Jenkins, bring me another.
But I have sent someone into the corner after a match of Halo.
Wait. Like where you put somebody with a dunce cap?
No. Here's what happened. So this guy, we were doing a Halo tournament at the school, and this guy was just doing all this pre-hawk trash talk on, that's with funny. The shotgun. Oh yeah, I don't know. I got this many kills in this game, and I'm remaining silent because for anyone who doesn't know, I am really good at Halo. That's my tournament game is Halo. So I'm just saying,
I believe you. I believe you.
And so we get to the match and destroyed this guy. I eviscerated this human being. And after the match was over, I saw him in the corner, curled up. And I didn't feel sorry for him. No, 100% serious.
Like curled up like you're having like some kind of like fucked up asthma attack or something?
Like, curled up like sad curled up. And I didn't feel sorry for him.
What's my mummy?
Shouldn't have talked all that trash. Maybe someone's better than you at Halo. No, this guy was bad. Let's be real.
And then it just like jump cuts to him at the therapist.
yeah, just like and then I lost.
And he came over around the corner with the rocket launcher, and I just didn't know what to do.
I've never been able to believe in myself ever since.
Never get. You're right. Well, I've told this story before, but not to them too. I know. I was at one of those game rooms at a con, and one of my buddies, I'm not going to mention him by name, but he has rage issues with video games.
It's Michael.
No.
Is it who I'm thinking of?
Maybe I'll tell you about it after,
Tom.
Yeah, no. But anyway, he's sitting there and he's playing Call of Duty, big old freaking tournament going on. And he's not bad or anything, he's actually a pretty good gamer. But he lost, right? And you could tell he was getting pissed, but he kept losing. They kept getting him as soon as he respawned, pretty much.
Is this the Lemon Party story?
Yes. And every time it would have that playback, and it would say you've been killed by Lemon Party.
That was the funniest shit.
I'm in the corner just fucking roaring, and I can see he's not finding it amusing at all. You can tell he's ready to take that monitor and just fucking lob it into the wall. And from other friends, I've heard he has destroyed property, including controllers that aren't his and everything else. he has issues with anger issues, and again, I'm not saying he's a bad guy. Or anything.
Drawing Girl posted a series of tweets about participation trophies and how parents all tell their kids they're special and shit these days.
Oh, that is kind of a problem.
I agree. I agree. These sort of there are no losers mentality has really created a lot of fragile egos once these people grow up.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, because that shit started when I was a kid.
And this is one thing that we're seeing with Gamergate. We understand that gaming is a meritocracy, but all these people are colluding to bring themselves up because they're all bad.
I'm looking at you, Andrew Dobson.
Oh.
Which I love the fact, holy shit, that
know
he
that
just
he's
got cuckolded by Brianna Wu, who he's been trying to impress so badly.
I don't know who would want to be in a position to look at that woman's face.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad she wore such huge sunglasses. I don't have to ever look her in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Gargoyles.
I think I have though. Actually, she has like really saggy eyes.
I just got that reference.
That's who it reminds me of, especially when they were on like CNN or MSNBC or whatever it was.
Oh, and those fucking MSNBC reporters instantly buying their bullshit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I said it last time is because they've got all the marketable terms.
Yep.
They're
terrorists.
Yeah, like you know, how offensive is that to somebody who actually has been killed from a terrorist attack? I mean, you know, their families and, you know, friends.
Pretty offensive.
They don't care.
Pretty offensive, but, you know, since they're white, I guess they don't care.
Of course.
Yeah, then they're punching up, right?
How about people that actually been to war and have post-traumatic?
That entire concept of punching up and punching down.
I wish people would just stop fucking saying those phrases. They're annoying as shit.
It's only ever used
in a negative context.
Yeah, it's only ever used to condemn people for opposing people that are on your side.
Let's get something straight here. With comedy, like the vast majority of it is at someone else's expense.
Yeah.
I believe it was Heinlein who pointed that out. Old sci-fi writer.
There are people that do self-depreciation really well, but a lot of the time they can come across as desperate.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, you know, not everybody can be Seinfeld, you know.
I think the thing is that if you're going to self-deprecate, you got to kind of be awesome anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like,
if you really do sound like a loser, then that's just not funny.
I mean, most professional comedians, the good ones that are talking about, it's like, yeah, she caught me jerking it or whatever, you know, and then they're acting all embarrassed. It's funny, because it's relatable, and yet, well, it's not necessarily relatable in some cases, but it's relatable in the sense that, oh yeah, I've done something stupid, you know, and been totally called on it too, and it was actually funny in retrospect.
Yeah.
But I mean, some of these, the reviews I think are the worst because they paint a lot of these shows as being, as far as, you know, anime goes, as being these really what's the word I want here? Like these really horrifying creations that were made with like these really sneaky, like,
the agenda to keep like women or whatever down.
Yeah. Keep minorities down or something. Like it's from Japan.
The thing I've realized, well, the thing that's obvious, is the fact that these people don't want equality; they want parity, and a free market isn't going to allow for parity very often. It just naturally that just doesn't happen. You have to force that, and that's what people don't like.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of these people don't like the concept of a market.
Yeah.
They've even said so. Even like people like Jonathan McIntosh basically said
they're all
Marxist
fucking
feminists.
they're all fucking Marxists anyway. So.
Yes, they are.
Marxist feminists.
Like a lot of people like to pop off and say, "Oh, that's just conspiracy theory." No, a lot of them actually openly say so. Like, hey, I like Karl Marx. Like this one guy, you know, I remember laughing on.
I like Karl Marx despite the whiteness.
Yeah, it's like let's forget the Jewness too. I mean, you know all that.
Oh, these people love to. These people are big Holocaust deniers because they hate.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They hate admitting that white people ever suffered oppression.
Well, the not only that, but they also want to get cozy with the people around them that want to take them over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is funny. It's just like, oh, you're being invaded by, or going to be invaded by 7 countries, but you're still the oppressor. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this idea of everything is created to propagate some sort of political agenda. You can't just have entertainment. You can't have escapism. Furthermore, escapism is bad because we all got to live in the real world 100% of the time.
Because we all have to be as miserable as you are inside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're not
I
having
don't
a good
buy for a
time,
second
so
these-
no one can have a good time.
I don't buy for a second these people are happy.
No, they're not.
They're miserable. I mean,
No
it
one
shows
who's happy and satisfied with themselves
complaint
goes around
as much
trying
money
to make
as-
other
as much
people feel
Patreon-
bad
as much
about
pa-
themselves.
As much Patreon money as they get for doing absolutely nothing, they sure are pretty miserable.
Yeah, if I was making that much money for existing, I'd be happy as hell.
Hey,
Screw
hey,
you.
Well, all
hey,
you
the-
Anubis, all you need is a great victimhood narrative, and you too can make thousands of dollars a month on Patreon
Yeah,
by producing nothing of value.
doing absolutely nothing.
um,
Well, that's
now-
another thing I noticed these people have. It's like every single one of them has like a Patreon.
Well, here's the thing. I got no problem with having a Patreon,
Yeah.
but produce something with it.
Do something.
yeah,
Well,
dude.
another thing is these people come from affluent backgrounds too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing.
I mean, like I saw somebody complain. I'm not going to say who because it's not really relevant, but complaining about, hey, I can't play Diablo on my dad's yacht because the internet keeps going out, and you're just like, yeah, that's a problem that every
Yeah, but
man has
we're
to
the
deal with.
entitled. We're the entitled ones.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love the meme, first world problems, and then you have the other one, third world success.
Yeah, but first world problems actually does tie into this a lot.
I think the fact that you can whine about other people's problems is in fact a first world problem.
Yeah.
If you're in a
yeah.
comfortable enough position where
If
your
you've
biggest
got
worry
time-
is other people's shit, then yeah.
Yeah, if you've got time to be completely endeavored to deal with problems.
I'll
that are
tell you right now,
happening.
I don't have time to get offended over every lion killed in Africa. I have to work sometimes.
Let's be real. I don't got time for that. I have stuff to do.
Worry about, oh, my cartoons are oppressing me. Cartoons are triggering me.
I don't have time to worry about how sexist this or that anime is. I got stuff to do.
And that's how
If
you
something
know.
offends my personal hang-ups that much, I just don't watch it.
Exactly.
But it exists, and it's
See,
there.
that's the stickler right there. It exists. It shouldn't exist.
Who thought of this? Who the fact that they thought that this would, and then people are, because it's pandering to the lowest common denominator, even though.
Somehow,
none of
even
these-
though it's a super niche.
Yeah, well, you'll notice none of these people ever complain about things like gangster rap because being talking about killing authority figures and fucking women against their will and all kinds of stuff.
But wait, it's pandered to the lowest common denominator, but it's also
Is
a
it?
niche. But it's also a niche.
Yeah, that lowest common denominator isn't very common or denominational, really.
But it's a niche. But
right, lowest common denominator. Okay, how many people watch anime here? Okay, because that's your serving size right there. I mean, that's your sample size. I mean,
why they're
certain
pandering
size.
to otaku?
Because they're the ones who actually pay for shit.
Yep, because it's
otaku
a
aren't
market.
bad. Because otaku aren't bad people. Most of them aren't bad people like you think they are.
And
I did
it's
that.
not
I did
even
that article a couple months ago about otaku out there protesting racism.
Exactly.
I don't know. A lot of this seems to really stem from some kind of deep-seated. These people need to grow up into the kind of people we want them to be,
Yeah,
rather than just be who you want.
they want to create more of themselves. Because if people are out there
Yeah,
not
that's
being like
social
them,
justice.
it completely invalidates their entire movement.
We are the
Why
Borg.
they act like everyone is already on board with their stuff. This is why we see all these reviews out there pushing all these agendas, all the feminist agenda or the anti-gun agenda or Shimoneta's propaganda. This is why we see all that.
I'm sorry.
Because they assume that everyone's already on board, and if you're not on board, that's weird, and we need to shame you because of it.
Well, that's the effect of the echo chambers, because that's all they ever hear is people agreeing with them. So as soon as they encounter someone who doesn't agree with them, their worldview just collapses.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's always funny when you see it too. Like, have you ever come across somebody that was so deep in one of these echo chambers that the very existence of somebody that just straight up denies their worldview, like you can see their
that's a fucking Kodak moment.
It is like you can see it on their face. It's hilarious. like you can see it almost looks like they're gonna have one of those like head exploding moments from Indiana Jones. Like you know.
It's like the one in that infinite perspective machine from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Drawing Girl says gangster rap is okay to social justice warriors because the people making it are black.
Yep.
What if they rape
oppressed
somebody?
minorities?
And in many cases, victims, rich victims, but victims.
Yep.
But what about rape and crime and all these things?
What about all those statistics we made up or taken from the 70s?
Doesn't matter. Oppressed minority. It's not. That's like their thought process. Because I'm fine with gangster rap.
Oh, me too.
Gangster rap, I'm alive.
Drawing Girl also said,
Me too.
I saw one complaining that anime isn't racially diverse enough.
Yes. Japan is so white.
Japan is so racist, man.
They're just so white. Why are there so many white people in anime?
Should we classify them? But wait a minute. Should we classify them as white because of the misogyny?
I mean, it's a powerful conundrum, because they're not white, but they're also apparently misogynist because of the stuff they make.
That's another good thing.
It's this weird sort of none of the. If you take all of the collectives of their ideology together, none of it makes sense.
I got
it all
one for
contradicts itself.
I love it.
It's not. Yeah, it is.
Then
it's like
tell them
we gotta represent a big breast. We gotta stop showing big breasts because preference or whatever. But
because of reasons.
Then you tell them. Then you tell them that some of the stuff is done by women.
Yeah, and then they usually block you if you're following them on social media.
No, you know what then they'll say? My favorite term of theirs. You know what I'm going to say, right?
Unfortunately, I do.
Internalized misogyny, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
It's like you don't sound like
or they just accuse them of being men in disguise.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's always
Just
really
sock
funny.
puppets.
Sock puppet.
You people don't sound like fucking delusional crackpots or
Well,
anything.
these people don't respect women's choices enough to understand why
that's
they
another
don't make
thing.
as much as men.
At the end of the day, I think that's what you can say. These people don't want you to have a choice.
No, they don't.
They do not want choice to be on the table.
Because they're not.
It's very Stalinish. It's like vote Stalin.
Because they don't like capitalism.
No, they do not.
They don't like the concept of a market.
No.
They want everyone to only consume what they approve of.
Right, and what they approve of, it has to have some kind of relevance to them.
Yep.
And if it doesn't, well, then it's not relevant at all, is it?
It's like they're like the anti-vaccine people. It's like they take any small shred of irrelevant evidence they can find and expand that into their entire argument.
Intellectual dishonesty is very common.
I hate this thing that you see a lot of. All right, because I look at them. You ever see like those Tumblr redraws for anime?
Don't care.
No.
Oh, my eyes.
Avoid those.
You almost fell out of your fucking chair.
I posted those on my Tumblr. You've seen them. The Love Life ones.
I just think of that as just like bored deviant art people.
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much. But here's the thing. Like, okay, I draw, like sometimes I draw characters like plump, but that's mostly like for fetish reasons, not for social justice reasons.
I always thought it was for comedy reasons, but whatever.
I don't know. I still laugh when I see something like Yui smoking a joint or something. That's funny.
Well,
That's
that's just a joke. That's just no. But I said like when I draw characters that are like plump or whatever. But no, that's just a joke. That's just me being stupid. The Yui smoking.
Yes.
But yeah.
That kind of
I'm
stuff.
not drawing anything for social justice.
My favorite is Yui killing her friends with a guitar. That was my favorite.
I didn't draw that.
I kind of want to say something real quick, and I kind of the reason why I came on here because I thought I'd just bring in kind of like a bit more of a neutral perspective, as someone that's kind of like experienced kind of like both sides of the spectrum in a sense. Like I do like your term, Anubis. Social equality. Here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with social equality. That is completely and utterly fine. But the way that the community goes about it it's all kinds of sorts of fucked up, and it's kind of sad when you're talking about diversity, you're kind of looked at as, oh, you're pandering all that SJW bullshit, that kind of thing. It's sad too that when you talk about something that is kind of a legitimate issue, that's kind of wrong, and but that's basically how. But
the thing is, the way these people behave, they delegitimize legitimate issues.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
And that is really fucking sad that I can't talk about like say, for example, what's a legitimate issue, like for example, I don't know, like autism issues. I can't talk about autism issues, without being looked at as, oh, you're being all Tumblr and all that stuff. That kind of thing.
Ruins the discussion. Ruins it.
Yeah, it really does.
It makes things. It just turns.
I get it, and I hate when. I get that, and I hate when people turn that into a huge us versus them thing. But the fact of the matter, and people have accused Gamergate even of going away from ethics and focusing more on SJW witch hunting. But the fact of the matter is that when people stand in your way, you gotta combat them.
If someone's standing there and they won't move, then you gotta punch through them.
Well, okay. Here's something else. It'd be like if somebody was like sitting on your stoop and wouldn't leave. Okay. And yes, it was deliberate that I said stoop. Okay.
Kid, leave your stoop.
They're afraid to leave your stoop.
Yeah, they're afraid to leave. They're afraid to leave my stoop. Yeah, but if they're right in front of your door and you can't go into your own house.
Kids on the slope.
Yeah.
You can't go into your own house. What do you do? Do you not go into your house? Do you just leave?
There is one SJW outrage I want to talk about, and this is going to involve Steven.
Go for it.
Remember when Gashi got ate alive for drawing the Steven Universe characters a certain way, and the whole entire Steven Universe fandom just went oh, why did you draw her like that? Why'd you draw her like this? Why'd you draw her like that? Oh, come on. Yeah, it's just
there's no pleasing them.
Yeah, it's just
you can't. These are very much a group of people.
You gotta draw them bad. You gotta draw them. You gotta make them look all ugly. No. Come on, draw them the way you want them to be drawn. Come on. And also, stop it with the anti-porn bullshit too.
Oh, that's you're not allowed to draw fan service of these characters. Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing that's about that. With creators, I think one thing that would really help is if these, the people in the creating aspect of all this stuff would just start telling these people no.
Yeah.
Or just be like, fuck you, draw your own shit.
Yep. Create your own media.
Or don't.
They don't want to because they shouldn't have to. Actual responses I've gotten when I tell people to create things of their own, they're like, "Oh, I shouldn't have to."
That's just laziness right there.
That's not laziness. That's entitlement.
Well,
I shouldn't have to go out and create stuff that pleases each and every one of my personal sensibilities. I'm going to expect all these other people to create stuff specifically for me.
Or I'll give you another example.
Why is it Japan making the shows I want to see?
Exactly.
Why is it
because you're an American honky. That's why.
Because you never gave any money to Japan.
You are a middle class white person wondering why a working salaryman over in Japan isn't curtailing their product to you.
Oh yeah, drawing girl, I agree. There is nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we agree.
But right, I mean, I'll give you more examples of some of the craziness. Did anybody remember when that 13-year-old boy was doxxed?
I remember.
Yes, I think so.
Because he said like some lady was hot or something.
No news reporter would ever report on that, by the way, because men can't be victims.
Yep.
Well, he was a 13-year-old kid. Okay.
Wow.
Doesn't matter because he has a penis.
Can I say something real quick about feminism?
Do it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Here's my thing.
If you must.
Here's my thing about feminism. It's like, I no longer call myself a feminist mainly because, you know, here's my thing with it. I believe that women should be allowed to do whatever the hell they please. But you know,
But I don't think that's feminism anymore. I think that's just normal.
Yeah. And also,
we're talking about third wave. We're talking about third.
No. Here's what you got to realize about feminism. The thing is if they get all the goals they want and etc., is that it would disappear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it would not have a reason to exist.
The oppression stories going.
It's kind of like that character Asagi from the Nipponichi games. It's like she keeps trying to get her own game, but as soon as she gets her own game, it can't be about anything because her whole point of existing was to get her own game. So
that's what I'm saying. Is if they get all the things they want, they have two options: to dissolve or create new things to keep going.
Yep.
Here's another thing.
Go ahead.
Another thing that these feminists tend to say is like when women draw sexy girls or when they draw porn. I really do hate the internalized misogyny thing because I just feel like women should be allowed to draw whatever they please, even if it's something that doesn't really fit your sensibility.
Because feminists don't care what women think.
No, they don't.
Yeah, and I just realized it recently, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I kind of stopped calling myself a feminist, because I don't want to be associated with these assholes.
I've been calling myself an anti-feminist for years, and it's because unless you live in fucking Saudi Arabia or something, it isn't needed.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say that bad things don't happen and all that crap, but
I'm not going to say it's
bad
perfect.
things happen to everyone.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever perfect. But if you
there are some other things.
If you live in a fucking San Francisco apartment, you're fine. You know?
I don't know. I just don't understand why. Okay, I'll give you an example. The whole rape culture thing, all right? Which Anubis, you've got an interesting perspective on this because you were called a rape apologist.
I was called a rape apologist.
Oh, I've been called that too.
And what's funny about that is it's because of his opinion on a show that he didn't even watch.
Because I wasn't outraged enough by a cartoon that I wasn't even watching.
Right.
I love outrage culture.
That's a good word for it, outrage culture, because it kind of is.
Oh yeah, drawing girl, gotta love those double standards.
Yep.
How about when I've been called a pedophile for liking moe stuff?
There you go.
Me too. Yeah.
I hate that shit. Yeah, hate that shit too.
Well, that's another thing. Have you seen a lot of these people actually are pedophiles? I mean, I've seen these people that want to legalize that. Just like because
legalize moe?
No, pedophilia.
Pedophilia.
Moe's illegal now.
Yes. It's
a
new edict. It's a new edict from Mr. Obama.
I can't wait for? I can't wait for the day where in Australia there has to be a legalized A-cup movement.
That's just sad.
Yeah, that is sad.
Okay. I mean, I know a couple of people that
apparently
live in
Australia doesn't care about women either.
No, they don't. I know a couple of people that live in Australia, and I've asked them about this kind of stuff, and they say their government's just out of control, according to them.
That's because
it's a fucking prison colony. What do you expect?
Well, I told you it has to do with it's basically it's only any sort of Anglican first world country that.
Oh,
except Sweden.
Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah, and, when all the all right, so yeah, mostly first world countries.
Western countries.
All right, Western countries.
Western
stupid countries.
Modernized countries.
when all the
Ones with McDonald's.
all the
Hey, China's have McDonald's.
all the what is it, the issues that, like, when all the wars and all that
All of the trappings of survival.
have been it's like, okay, what do we
What do we
okay,
get mad
we
at? What do
now
we struggle against now?
yeah, let's there's once in a while there's gonna be rape and murder. We have to stop this. We have to retroactively look at what might cause this.
It's utopian thinking.
It's because nowadays you hear about every little thing.
Yes,
that
you
ever
do.
happens.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't realize this, but crime is actually down in
Crime
America.
is,
I know.
crime is
Way
big
down.
declining.
Every
Yes.
10 years it has went down significantly.
You want to know one of the reasons? Actually, I found out. This will surprise you. Roe versus Wade and
Yes.
letting abortion go through.
Right, which you've got. That's interesting too, because the argument you hear with R.V. Wade is usually, it's my body, my choice, which, that's fine and dandy.
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. Okay, you're basically saying, hey, I mean, I hate to phrase it this way, but this belongs to me. I can do with it whatever I want. Ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, though, if you apply that logic to owning like a firearm, they get pissed off. It's my thing. I bought it. Why do I have to give it away?
Well, you might commit a crime with it.
Well, this kid might fucking stab somebody. Who knows?
You can't pirate a car.
Would you download a car?
I love that
Give me
so
the
much.
means by which to do so, and I will.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know that.
if I
Would you
could- if I could
download it?
fucking-
It's like you wouldn't download a car. Bullshit, motherfucker.
Yes, I would in an instant.
like as long as I got like a T1 line or something. Yeah, give me that car.
Yeah.
I can't wait for what is it, bootleg, like downloading toys through 3D.
yeah, with the whole-
Yeah, like 3D
printers.
printers.
3D printers. Yeah.
Why do I have to wait for
Can I download? Or I don't know how you would technically refer to this, because if you're buying it, and you're printing it out, can I download this sex toy?
I mean, hey, in a few years, that's going to be a legitimate market. Mark my words.
Can I download this 1/1 scale Mayoi?
It's gonna be amazing when
I
you
won't
can
fuck
you
it.
can order a Nintendo or something and just print it. You don't have to wait for it to go through customs or any bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'll have a what is it? A functional unhole.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna need a big printer for that, but
And
yeah.
they'll talk back to you.
I'll have
And
it.
it'll have a real breakable hymen.
It'll have a.
Holy shit! Like an LCL will come out.
It'll have a.
You remember like really early on in the podcast Zero Days, I wanted to do that ad read for that Yui on a hole.
Oh,
do like a-
yeah. I kind of remember that.
I don't think we ended up doing that, but
Own a hole with breakable hymen.
I just like the way they phrased it.
We ought to do something like that if I.
To,
when I do-
simulate breaking a virgin's hymen for the first time.
How could there be more than a first time?
I don't know. Buy a new on a hole.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like you can't really do it again with the thing in it. Never mind. I'm applying logic.
I don't think the person who wrote that ever actually had sex, so
No, I don't think so either.
And can I say another thing?
Do
I really hate it when people start when these people that fight for so-called social justice also virgin shame.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
another thing.
Shaming can kiss my ass. I hate that shit so much.
Well, girlfriends are status symbols, so.
Yep. These are the same kind of people.
That is sexist right there to me. I mean, when you treat your girlfriend like a status symbol, that to me is sexist right there. That is gross.
Well, talk about internalized misogyny. Yeah.
Oh, you're just a fat neckbeard virgin, It's like, well, let's see there, okay? You've made. I mean, that's not really.
I can
gonna be
ominously
that
tell
me,
you're a fat neckbeard virgin by your anime avatar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, so you think it's okay to call me fat, even though you get bitchy if somebody does it to you.
Yeah, like the whole fat shaming thing. Yeah.
I bet you wear a fedora.
I love the assumptions people make, like when they call me
That one's
straight
not-
or when they
that
call
one's kind of
Anubis
finally
white.
starting to die
Yeah,
off.
when people get surprised that I'm not white.
Oh, I love that.
We're not
Because it never gets old. The stupidity and the look on their face. Just like,
that was what
I assumed you were a white guy because you said things.
Internalized, whatever. You hold these opinions on anime that I disagree with, so
you must be a white guy.
You must be white.
Like, holy shit! What kind of insane? How can you justify that?
You hold these opinions up on anime that I disagree with, so you must be a conservative.
That's the other thing, okay?
And in addition to that, I'm also the kind of person who would use conservative as a dirty word.
You know, it's kind of like the whole Megami Tensei thing, where it's like when they do the whole law and chaos kind of thing. It's either you're with the SJWs or you're with the Gamer Gators, that kind of thing. It's either us or against.
That's another crazy thing. Not that so much, but the very binary thinking. When these same assholes were bitching about George Bush saying that shit.
Well, that's them. That's what JT Sexic pointed out. Is that liberals think in terms of oppressed versus oppressors.
Yes.
Yeah, and that stuff. And that's the reason why I'm kind of glad. You know, I still identify as a liberal to a certain extent.
Oh, me too.
But I'm more like in the middle and all that stuff. I don't really think I call myself a libertarian in a sense, but that's the reason why I feel like I have to. I try to be a bit more objective when it comes to politics. There are some things I really want to talk about, but I don't want to get too political on this platform and all.
I kind of say
You've already gotten very, very political.
Yeah, I mean,
a little late for that.
Yeah, like I was gonna bring up, you know, the whole cop thing. I guess I can. If you guys want to divulge into that one.
I love talking about cops, especially when they're around.
Is that the thing about
I love the TV show.
The woman that was getting...
Like, how can you not love the TV show Cops?
I love it.
Is that the thing about the woman getting arrested?
Yeah,
I saw that video.
And it was screaming rape, rape.
You know what's funny?
I was more talking about the whole Black Lives Matter thing and all that stuff.
I just want to make this joke before it's too late. Cops was the best show on G4.
I gotta agree with that, because every episode you get the one drunken, like, redneck inbred white guy.
Oh my god! For a while,
that's
G4
running
was
around
the
without a
Cops
shirt.
channel.
I heard the argument. How about this? Because maybe Anubis will have perspective. I don't know. But the saying like, "Oh, Cops is such a racist show because it's always showing blacks and
There's
like,
always a trailer trash idiot.
But, I see more white people getting arrested than any other.
I've seen plenty of people of all races on Cops.
Nah.
Cops is hilarious.
It's fucking confirmation bias. It's like as soon as you see it, it's like, oh well, I only saw like 3 episodes of Cops and it was mostly black guys, so clearly it's just
you clearly missed every episode where there's the Alabama shirtless guy that's running his pants are falling down.
I think most people that are upset on Cops were actually like shirtless white guys.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, they're like
awful
beer belly white dude in a
yeah, exactly. This is a domestic dispute. My wife called me in for screaming and yelling.
You know what it might be is that it's that the white guys never run. It's always the black guys that run. So I think most of the show is focused on that.
I think that's because the white guys are wasted at the time.
Yeah,
and if they try to run, they're gonna fall.
They're always like sitting in the back of their pickup trucks. It's the black guys that like, run under fences and shit.
They look like Jesse Slaughter's father.
Oh god! Is that the guy that goes, "You done goofed"?
Yes, that's him.
He died a year after that.
Because I backtraced it.
I think my favorite episode of Cops is the one where they didn't actually arrest the guy, but they just went to this guy's house for some charges. And he had like 1 million snakes in a closet. He didn't actually do anything illegal, but it's like
when he just like was collecting them, or
yeah, he spent like 15 minutes on this guy with the snakes in his closet, and he didn't even commit any crimes.
That's odd.
Yeah.
You just met up our snake quota, so yeah, we got it now.
We heard complaints about excess snakes.
Obviously, this person doesn't live in Louisiana. Because that's probably normal. License. Cajun country. Lots of snakes and gators and whatnot.
I'm gonna get an exotic pet license so I can get something exotic, so I can just have a conversation piece.
Just like a flying squirrel.
No, I'm gonna get like a capybara or something.
Oh yeah, I want a capybara. Those are adorable.
Yeah. Thanks, World Trigger. You've convinced me to get a capybara.
I don't like animals, so. I'm all set.
I want an
Fucking nature, am I right?
idol license. I want my own idol singer in my room.
I want.
Oh, I have
That's
a
an
nice,
animal?
I have a nice Russian wife importation site I can direct you to.
Also, I'm here to tell you something. I identify as a Hidamari.
Oh yeah,
Hidamari kid.
I'm a Hidamari.
there is a lot of lulls that has been had from a lot of these weird terms that have been popping up, and I'm just waiting for the Hitler Ken. Because he's going to declare the final solution on other Ken.
Just this morning, my brother was watching old American Dad episodes, and even in like 2005, they were making jokes about a guy who self-identifies as a tree.
Yep.
And he's like always.
Oh
in this,
yeah, is he the one that like his entire feet are buried into the pot?
yeah, and they have
like
to
they're
carry
carrying
him
him
around.
around and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how people say that's transphobic, but it's just like, it's like if you identify as a sky, it's like, okay, I respect, your gender if you want to identify as a girl or a boy or whatever, but, it's just like, but if you start saying shit like, oh, I am a tree, and stuff,
I'm sorry, tree is not a gender. I don't even think trees have genders.
Well, not. It's not even that. The funniest thing I saw was somebody basically crying on their social media thing that they got kicked out of the store for barking at the meat aisle.
oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Was that on Tumblrisms or something like that? Like,
I think so, because it's just like, and then they're surprised they got thrown out. It's like you were scaring off the fucking customer.
Well, now they're going to start demanding their own bathrooms for fucking tree bathrooms, dog bathrooms,
Trees don't have a bathroom. They're in the fucking ground.
It's called your pot.
Dollar Girl brings up a good point, and I didn't actually know about this. I mean, I'll have to dig into this, but Otherkin have actually been around since the 90s.
Otherkin they've been around for a very long time.
But it doesn't mean they're any less insane.
We used to call them village idiots, but,
I mean,
I was going to say we used to call them...
that started on Tumblr, but I guess...
You can't call them crazy anymore.
you didn't notice it because we used
No.
That's
They say I can't call them crazy. I say I can.
But crazy is ableist, dude.
I self-identify as crazy.
Well, let's see here. I have OCD, and you're you're bothering my mental illness by not letting me express myself.
Drawing girl, that was amazing. No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not a gender.
No, Patrick.
That's another thing. Claiming things are racist that they're not. Like, oh, you're making fun of Canadians. That's racist. How's that racist?
Yeah, who does that?
It's a
like Canadians are not a race.
Can I do you guys identify as a Gundam? As a mobile suit?
No, but Setsuna did.
Is it Thursday?
Setsuna identified as a Gundam. Remember?
I identify as a Star Guy from Fury
He's
Road.
transmechanical.
Yes.
No, he's a mechanical apartheid.
I identify as part of the Andes. I'm transcontinental.
No, remember that huge controversy with the Deus Ex trailer where they started using the term mechanical apartheid?
Oh yeah. Like you can't.
I didn't even know what that word meant until that trailer came out.
You can't tackle actual issues around these people.
No.
It's like Human the Third said. They kill discussion because they do all this stuff at the very surface level, and they don't really get down into any of the real life stuff that's underlying all this stuff.
I think
and that makes me mad because there are issues out there that should be talked about, but they don't get into they don't get to that level because they're so busy talking about all this superficial stuff.
You know what bothered me was their lack of foresight, because Deus Ex is all about examining a problem that they probably will be offended about in the future, and that's racism against bio-augmented people and whatnot.
Yep.
Like, that's a problem you guys are going to be offended about in 30, 50 years, but now you're making fun of them for it.
But now we're getting people talking about
about
the Mars colony, talking about
people.
Like, the first person to be raped on Mars has probably been born by now.
Martians.
Green
men.
Oh boy, they're gonna be disappointed when there's life on Mars.
We're gonna colonize Mars. That's bad because that's like manifest destiny.
All I wanted was
well, maybe they think it's like Total Recall and they got 3-titted women running around.
all I wanted was ethics in games journalism, and now I fight for freedom on Mars.
Like we're up there with rovers looking around. There's nothing but sand and rocks. who's living there that we're gonna
Manifest Destiny. Who owns Mars? Well, hey, some other kid probably identifies as Mars.
Well, I guess he's getting landed on then.
Well, he's kind of late on that. They're already there.
Do you want to identify as an attack helicopter?
And he's getting probed all over.
That's another thing. What happens when these two? What happens when someone? Okay, this is just a thought experiment of sorts. What happens when somebody identifies as like a horrible person from the past, like Jack the Ripper or something?
I identify as Hitler.
Well, I guess the worst thing that's kind of come to that is like saying like, oh, they're demonkin or something like that.
Yeah, and then somebody else is like, oh, well, I identify as a victim, so.
How do these people?
So this person is going to kill me, and that's okay. Don't arrest them.
How do these people have jobs?
They don't.
They don't. They're either.
There's your answer.
Yeah, they're either friggin' in college with no real jobs, or they just don't need to work because they're making all this money off of Patreon, or they're already wealthy.
Well, that's another good point.
Well, they borrowed $200,000 from Daddy.
That is a good point. I think a lot of this comes from the fact that these people don't have to do anything. They don't live in the real world.
No, they don't have stuff to do, so they look for stuff to.
Well,
make
I mean,
their lives.
they haven't had to have like a steady job or anything like that.
I'm not working right now, and I'm not one of these people.
Coming from
but you're not wealthy either.
Yeah.
No.
Coming from drawing.
You know how they say a lot of people that are wealthy are eccentric.
I want to have money. I want to have a lot of money. But because I'd spend it on Figma and such.
Well, then you have crazy people that immediately just jump to conclusions when something occurs. Like, remember the Rolling Stone thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
And now, now they've got all this like contradictory stories and all this stuff. But not only that, but you've got the school itself that's trying to sue them now.
Yep.
Which, honestly, I hope they win, because, quite frankly, if you were a school, that's damaging as hell.
Yeah, and Drawing Girl says, speaking of rape, I hate how they act like people don't lie about being raped. These people make it difficult for actual rape victims.
Yeah, it's pretty heinous. It's not like you can lie about being murdered.
Yeah.
I was weak.
Like I got murdered yesterday.
I was so raped. Let me carry my mattress around.
But it's like,
prove it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm gonna carry around this mattress and laugh with my friends and stuff at how we fucked.
I think you know what? I think if you were actually raped, you wouldn't be carrying around the place where it happened.
No.
Yeah.
Because rape is one of those things that makes me angrier than I'm comfortable being, and when people lie about it to ruin someone just for their own gain, that's disgusting to me.
Well,
that's something people shouldn't do to each other.
Right. Well, it's a power thing for sure. And in some cases, it's just revenge.
They don't have a legitimate way of either one reconciling with themselves that they made a mistake and dealing with that, or two, just gaining on their own notoriety and their own fame and stuff, so they decide to ruin someone over it.
Well, what it is it's like the Sarah Silverman thing, where if you don't have a story to prove your point, you can just make one up.
Oh yeah, that also made me mad. Number one, because I don't like Sarah Silverman to begin with. Number two, because she's like straight up lied about.
And then after she got caught lying about it, she's like, just because I lied about it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Yeah, just double down on it. Instead of saying, listen, all right, I'm sorry.
Fucking Sarah Silverman, go back to eating out your dog.
I'm a huge liar, and I won't do it again. She just doubled down on it.
Well, anyone else remember when she ate out a dog?
It's not wrong to misrepresent the truth. It's not wrong to tell people falsehoods in order to further your own fake agenda.
Well, here's the thing. It's kind of a it's interesting in the sense that it's a very unique crime. I mean, rape in general. So
yes.
the fact that it's often obviously in at least in modern times anyway, it seems like like if anybody just says that about you, there's always going to be somebody who's going to believe that you did it, even if
Yes.
they're
If
even
this
if
was
even if it's just some crazy person you've never seen before.
if this was TV tropes, it would be rape is a special kind of evil.
Yeah.
Which is an actual trope on there.
Can we not quote TV tropes here?
Yeah.
About something serious.
Yeah, they'll probably just ban you anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of TV tropes banning me.
It's
What about
Keep Chagan?
it,
Keep Chagan though.
Fucking Chagan.
and this is what I'm talking about. It makes me angrier than I'm comfortable being because I'm unable to kind of channel it into something constructive like that.
Oh, I get you, man.
The everything surrounding this is so absolutely abhorrent to me.
One of the things I keep seeing, again, this has nothing really to do with anime, but one of the things I keep seeing is that they need to change the definition of rape to be more inclusive. I'm like, why?
Why?
It already is pretty solid. You can't stare rape somebody. I'm sorry. Like if somebody's staring at you, that's not the same as them putting their genitals in
Oh
you.
my god, yeah.
And
Yeah, Drawing Girls bring up the same point. It's like, there's nothing romantic about having to sign a contract before sex.
Yeah, just like saying.
I was reading an article.
It's going to get to that point. It's going to get to that point where we need to sign contracts and get documentation for this
I was
shit.
reading an article about this in the New York Times a couple months ago, and yeah, it's scary.
I
It's
hate
really
how
scary when we're getting to the point where we're talking about the whole yes means yes thing. That is terrifying.
I
Because
also hate the whole,
we're gonna get at the point where if there's any ambiguity whatsoever, if you take body language or if you take it which is how most humans communicate most of the time. Let's be real. If it's not a straight up verbal anything, then you stand the very real chance of being convicted of rape.
Hello,
Not only
female.
that.
Would you like to sex? Yes or no?
Well, not only that, but what's the solution here? We got to film all of our sexual escapades and then turn them in to viewing by a special committee.
I
mean,
get
yeah,
it. That's what
I
they're
think
after.
one more
What's the end game?
guys, one more thing before we wrap up. I want to share like how this also culminates in discussion about the whole Japan population thing.
That's another good point.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god.
Well, here's the other thing. If you look at all first world countries, especially ones that don't have immigration policies, that are very accepting, they're all going down.
My anime's gonna be gone in like 100 years. You're not gonna be alive. You don't. Why do you fucking care? And if anime was gonna go in like in a short time.
I would be more worried about China deciding to have a land grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anubis, can I ask?
Well, they already love claiming ownership of land that isn't theirs. So.
Since we're already getting super political, what do you think about the whole Black Lives Matter thing? I like to hear your opinion of that for obvious reasons, of course.
Because you respect his opinion, not because he's a POC.
Can we stop saying that?
Yeah, POC.
Colored people.
POC. That makes it sound like you can't say Pocky or something. POC.
I actually felt a little guilty when I once asked that blackface question because I'm like, it's like I shouldn't have really said because you're black.
Yeah, I know that sounded a little bad. I'm sorry.
But no. And to be perfectly honest, I don't really have much of a perspective on it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that real talk. Understand there's still a race problem in this country.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly.
But every time this thing comes up, the details surrounding it are so muddy. That did he steal something from the store? Was he running from the cops? This, that, the other thing. It's the details around it are so obfuscated, and the news media absolutely doesn't help because they try to sensationalize the whole thing to one way or the other, and it's difficult to get a real good handle on it. There are some things that are really cut and dried for me, like the
ballistics.
what was the guy who got put in a chokehold until he died?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that guy. Yeah.
He shouldn't have been put in a chokehold until he died.
Yeah, that was
That
ridiculous.
was bullshit. That was absolute bullshit. Yeah.
Till,
that was
till,
him
till you
Staten
kill
Island.
the dude, and this is something I just can't imagine. How does that police officer feel that he just killed a man with his bare hands?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he thinks he's Chuck Norris or something.
I just can't begin to understand what's going on through that guy's head. That he just put a guy in a chokehold until he lost his life.
That's sad.
But overall, I think that there's definitely still a racial problem between black people and the police.
Mm-hmm.
But the entire every time this situation comes up, the details are always so everything. There's stuff that gets omitted from the news. There's stuff that gets was he doing this? Was he doing that? Was he resisting arrest? Was he not? Did he have his hands up? And the entire thing. I don't think rioting is the solution.
Yeah.
I don't think looting and destroying your own community is the solution. But
I mean, I understand why it happened.
The looting is hilarious to me because it's like somebody else died. I guess I get this free TV now.
yeah, exactly.
Check it out. I'll rob this Goodyear.
It's kind of twofold. People are mad that this stuff keeps happening, and
I also think it's just a lot of conclusion jumping, like that when that mugshot went around and all of Tumblr was playing Junior Detective with the fucking thing.
That's
just a funny phrase by itself. All of Tumblr was playing Junior Detective.
Emphasis on Junior.
What is this, Detective Conan?
Yeah, but it's like and like that. Sort of unrelated, but the Trayvon Martin thing and there's pictures of him and he's acting like a thug and he's acting like one of these rap dudes and it's like, okay, does that mean you got to kill the kid while he's walking home from school?
That guy was just trigger happy.
He
really was.
But no, that's kind of my perspective.
Especially like after
it's
like
hard.
all the shit that transpired with that guy after.
And of course the whole Ferguson thing too. And,
Yeah.
Which I have a unique experience with that because I'm
that's
not
right down the street.
Yeah, that's like about a half hour away from me.
And
I can see shit on fire from a big hill and stuff,
You want to know?
Before I actually heard that said before I heard it written, so I thought that people were talking about Fergie's son. So, Fergie?
Who the fuck?
Fergie had a kid.
No, here's my thing. I'm actually a little bit. I'm actually about 30 minutes. I'm actually about 15 minutes away from that Beaver Creek Walmart where that dude got shot for having a fake gun and all that stuff. I'm actually about 15 minutes away from that.
Oh, when the kid got shot with an airsoft gun?
Yeah, when he got shot with an airsoft. Yeah, where he
Where he had an airsoft gun and got shot by the police for it.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about that.
That's another one that just made me angry.
Oh, flat out, yeah.
Why are you shooting kids?
That is bullshit. Yeah, 100% agree with that till the end of time.
I mean, what was that guy thinking? He's coming right for me.
It might sting a little bit.
Oh yeah. Well. There's some people who apparently think that if you shoot yourself in the head with an airsoft gun, it's gonna do grievous harm to you, and I proved that wrong.
Although you did yell.
Episode of NTR Radio. Yeah, it hurt.
I really wish I could have been a fly on the wall for that one.
Real talk. This was my first airsoft game, in fact, that I was ever at. I got shot in the face from downrange, and yeah, it hurt. But I was fine, because it's an airsoft gun. It's fake.
They call it air soft, not hard. Air hard.
And this is all, of course, and we've completely lost the ball with anime here.
Yeah, we've basically abandoned SJWs in anime, and we're not just talking about SJWs and
Well, we talked about
shit.
SJWs and anime last
umbrella
time.
social issues, but yeah, it was a good jumping off point.
Yeah, it's like, I just wanted to bring those up because it's like, I feel those are legitimate issues, but sometimes these SJWs like to kind of co-opt them in a sense.
Yeah, they get so wrapped up in the fight that
I'm sorry.
we can't talk about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get that in there. That kind of.
No, that's okay.
I understand.
Something naturally leading, and without being too jumpy, is actually kind of how I prefer conversations to go.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna go in with my perspective, kind of like first, since I'm not going at this from for. Excuse me if this sounds a little shitty, but I didn't want to feel like it's like I didn't want to say flat out I'm not going this in from a Gamergate perspective. I'm going this in from someone that kind of sees both sides of the story and all that stuff, and someone that doesn't really identify with as SJW or Gamergate or anything like that.
I gotcha.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why I wanted to come on and all that stuff, and also to do something else.
Okay, I think we should wrap this up.
Yeah, this has been a very, very long second segment.
I got a good way to wrap her up.
Do it.
Most ridiculous thing you've encountered regarding Tumblrettes and Tumblr-isms and whatnot regarding anime. Go.
Well, for me, it's kind of the reason why I had my breakdown. Well, that's kind of a sad thing, but already know about that. It's because of the whole breakdown thing, and also just people like threatening me to if you don't kick this person off, you're shit and all that stuff. But like I said, you've all have already heard about that. So
okay,
I'm gonna say,
yeah.
Can I go?
Go for it.
Yep.
No, I was gonna say, I'm gonna say the whole the Tumblr redraw thing to make people look like real people or changing the ethnicity.
That's it. I hate.
But okay. Maybe I should have reworded that to how did it affect you personally?
Oh, personally?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Toy Box. Yeah, those people aren't really social justice warriors, but they act like that.
Mm-hmm.
They certainly act like that.
Well, recently you got blocked.
Oh, yeah, okay, we'll count that too. Yeah. For saying I fucking like Animaniacs. That's nice.
Such a heinous crime.
Can't wait to see their reaction when I say I like Freakazoid.
Oh, me too. It was that show was fucking hilarious.
That shows the bomb.
I got a bull. Good for me.
Poo gas.
Okay, all right. Let's.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say most recently, off the top of my head, heroism is a masculine ideal or masculine concept.
Yeah. Sorry, that was bullshit.
What the fuck?
I after all this stuff, I still think the funniest one now is that what is with this hatred of large breasts? I mean, okay, you want it's like people don't actually have large breasts in real life. Yeah, they do. What the hell are you talking about? Have you seen Hitomi Tanaka?
Yeah.
I just said that. Hitomi Tanaka.
I mean, just as an example, I could pull that I know isn't like augmented.
That everyone knows.
Yeah. For research purposes, of course.
Japanese people don't have breasts that big.
She does.
Yeah, well, they also think Japanese people are white, so
that's the thing that gets me. Why are anime characters white? And you just have to beat your head up.
But then the whole reversal thing by saying the flat-chested Pateco characters, it's making pandering to pedos.
I honestly think they kind of want to do the Gargoyles thing where people are just not only fully clothed, but the only difference between males and females in those type of cartoons and stuff is that they have a slight bump there.
Or
they're wearing a bow.
Yeah.
Or eyelashes.
Hey, that's dye, sis scum.
That's
yeah.
That's a female gender signifier.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the more recent ones is the
trying to stop that.
it's
It's all gender thing. Yeah.
right. It's Tifa Lockhart. Her tits are too big. Like why? What?
To be fair, someone did tell me that Gaijin Goomba was actually arguing against that.
I wasn't even talking about him.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about other stupid things I saw people about them remaking Final Fantasy VII.
I still don't like him though.
I don't know him.
Yeah, fuck him.
He was the guy I was talking about when I got mad about. He was the one who attributed the birth rate problem to the work culture.
To be fair, there might be something to that.
He's the one who's seen what Moe has done to people.
Yeah, he's the one who. Oh, I hate Moe. I've seen what it does to people. He's that guy.
I've been there.
What do you think? It's Crocodile?
I spiraled down in depression and loneliness.
Crack now.
Yes.
Crack.
Yeah, you watch the Moe, the next thing you know, you're robbing someone's garage.
Anyway, I don't know if this is the most ridiculous, but one that really stuck out to me in recent memory was completely lost my train of thought.
Gun culture?
Yeah, okay, I'll go with that one.
I know that really irked you.
That made me mad. Because we're talking about a country where it is very, very difficult to even get a gun. And even then, you can only have a certain kind of gun. And you have to go back to recertify yourself every so many...
This is a country that demonizes guns to hell and back.
Yes.
You think liberals would love Japan.
And you're accusing it of promoting a gun culture because
it's being shown in America?
Because it's being shown in America, because something tragic happened in America. No.
Too soon, man. Like that's what I got from it when I read that thing. It's like they shouldn't have showed it. It's too soon. Too soon, man.
Too soon for who?
They don't give a fuck. Why expect them to care about our issues?
First of all, there's no such thing as too soon, and second of all, too soon for who?
Yeah, exactly.
To you, apparently. I mean,
too
clearly.
soon for Americans that they don't. They're not serving. They're not out here trying to give us shows that because we like them. Very rarely is that the case. They're making shows for their audience, and
but you never hear them bitching about our Hollywood blockbusters.
Of course not. They don't care.
Okay.
In any case, we're up against the break. Keep it right here on NTR Radio. I realize I say we're up against the break every time, like we have a time limit, but we actually do not.
It's a radio thing.
The producers are coming. The producers are knocking on the glass. We gotta wrap it up.
You know what?
I got a letter from the home office saying we're doing too long.
You must play Falco now.
You know what we should have mentioned, but it's okay. We should have said about how the whole "you like this" thing too much.
I don't know if that was. I don't even know if that was one of them.
Justice
I think that was just an idiot.
You know what I realized I forgot to bring up? The whole like identifying thing, like, you know, the whole identifying in the sense like, oh, you identify with this thing too much, like, or identify with your fandom too much, that kind of thing.
I think that's another thing that's less of a social justice issue and more of a just general I'm a cynical dick issue. So I'm gonna need to.
I don't know. I still like the idea
project that upon other people because I can't.
When I first
like things.
I said I was an asshole all along.
Okay to not like things. It's okay, but don't be a dick about it.
Hey kids!
Not like things. Don't be.
Hey kids!
These people need to fucking go back and watch Barney again because I think they do.
Ew.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to. Isn't there a law against cruel and unusual punishment?
I like Moe.
If
you've seen how childish these people are, they're.
Well, here's another thing.
Watching Barney.
That's what those people want. They want to live in Barney Land.
Well.
I mean, arguing with them is kind of like arguing with the Teletubby. I'm not gonna lie.
So some people pointed out, because of the whole Bill Cosby thing, which of course is fucked up, needless to say. But somebody pointed out.
Warnings, yeah.
Somebody pointed out that. Do you think they'll go after Bill Clinton next? I'm like, no. Even though by their own standards they should.
Please tell me how relevant Bill Clinton is to right now, though.
Well, I was just thinking about that. I was thinking of can you imagine Bill up there like, I did not have sex with those women. I know I said that before, but and somebody pointed out that well, no, it's because they agree with his politics too. And I'm like, that's actually a good point. They won't go after him for that reason. Shit.
No, I just knocked something over.
Accidents on NTR Radio.
The best. I didn't eat dinner. I'm hungry.
See, that's why I conveniently ate before we started.
Yeah, I wish I could inconvenience podcasts like you.
Oh, yes, but I had food in my stomach.
At least I got chicken.
Who's laughing now?
I didn't have chicken. What the fuck?
No, that was a quote.
Well, I told you he went to China King Buffet. He ordered everything on the menu.
China King Buffet. Oh, right, that.
No. Actually, I think it was just Steak and Shake. To be honest with you, I was just.
Oh, my favorite gay bar.
Steak and Shake.
No, now see that would be the Pink Taco.
I would think that'd be Rodeo Goat.
That was a joke. That was a joke some friends and I started in middle school because every Steak and Shake has neon lights and circular chairs.
Shake and Bake. That does sound like a gay bar. Name Shake. First you shake and dance, and then you get baked.
I said Steak and Shake.
I know.
Well, you gotta bake the steak just before you can shake the steak that you baked.
Oh my God.
Why do I have a feeling this is going to delve into a game of fucking Mad Libs or something?
Drawing Girl brings up a good point. We forgot to mention trigger warnings.
Yeah.
We basically completely flew over triggers.
There's so much to talk about.
This episode's a trigger warning.
Yeah.
Trigger warning. I disagree with your thing. How about
trigger
that?
warning. Disagreement.
I'm triggered.
Well, see, I made that joke on your actual...
Yeah. Trigger warning. Opinions.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be the title.
Yes. Indeed.
This podcast...
Do we have mail?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And I have an announcement, but I'll wait.
Roger that.
What the hell is this? Do I even want to look at that?
Man, call it mail. How dare you gender messages?
Okay, I'm going to post something to creep the fuck out of everybody on my timeline. You've been warned.
Okay, let's see
Good
this.
thing I don't have my client up. It's good.
Is it like,
it's a good thing. None
what
of
is
this
that? What's that thing called that you like? They warn you not to Google it. It's like the kuromachi or whatever. The
Blue waffle?
No, it's the woman with like the ripped face.
Oh, okay.
I forget what it's called.
Kuromachi?
Kurosabamachi. Look it up.
Barking? Okay, let's see what you're talking
Oh,
about.
Kuchisaka Una. The Kuchisaka Una.
Awesome. Now that I know what it's called, I'm never Googling it.
Oh, you should. Particularly at 4 in the morning, like I did.
Remember when I somewhat tricked Villainous into looking up Blue Waffle?
No, I got a story to tell. It's the most amazing thing. It was the most amazing thing because I was playing Rewrite at 4 in the morning.
I only see the makeup ones. I don't see any.
Oh,
So
God. Oh.
Did you Google it?
No,
Yes.
look at that picture. That fucking grasshopper's going at it.
I
It
should
was
apologize
amazing
for
because
that.
or a praying mantis, whatever it is.
I think it's a praying mantis.
it was amazing because it was 4 a.m. I was playing Rewrite, and the guy gets a text from someone saying, "Am I pretty? Kuchisakayona.jpg," and then I look and I'm like, ah! And then the next line of dialogue that I didn't get to was, "That's something you should never Google." I'm like, oh, now you tell me.
Yeah, it's like the Lewis Black joke where he says, you know, it's like when you flush the toilet and it just shoots out and hits you in the face, and then on your way out you see it plastered on the door. Warning: toilet water may hit you in face.
Yep.
Okay.
But what if your trigger is Inferno Cop?
Anubis's trigger is Inferno Cop.
When is the next episode of the Jekyll cast? Somebody ask him.
That's a good question. I'll have to ask him after the podcast. Ready on third segment.
It's as hot as the Dojin where the lolies were raped by huge bugs. I remember that.
that was disturbing as hell. It's Island of the Mist God. I'll never be able to forget it.
Island of the Mist God. What is that?
That is quite an unassuming title.
Yeah.
Well, I explained it at the end of that one episode. It basically practically gave me nightmares. Just like, what in the hell? Who thought of this?
Nothing surprises me, so...
I don't think it surprises me so much as I'm
basically 100% desensitized. If
Yeah.
I ever find something that I find disturbing, that's gotta go in the panel.
Yeah,
like normal people would have said. Then I'll make
ever get disturbed by something. That's something I have to share with the world.
I have
exactly.
I have to make it so other people have to suffer through that.
Guys, let's try to wrap this up.
I must punish the world for this.
Guys,
Alright, third segment.
Yeah, let's
I
try
have
to
to
wrap
draw
this up
you.
by 12:30-ish.
Alrighty.
We'll
Okay.
try.
yeah.
In
We
3,
won't.
2, 1. Welcome back to NTR Radio. We have mail.
Incoming message.
This first one's coming in from Jekyll Geek. Hello, NTR Radio pals. I have a few questions for you. 1. I've heard that you're watching Shimonetta and not Aoharu X Machine Gun. In other words, you're not seeing a survival game show starring a reverse trap and instead watching a light novel adaptation with a really long name. Who are you and what have you done with Time Enforcer Anubis? Okay.
It's good. It's a good
First
point.
of all, I didn't know it was starring a trap, so basically immediately after we finish this podcast, I'm going to start.
Oh, I know which one they're talking about. I know which one they're talking about. Yeah, I've seen the...
Second of all, the only thing I hate about long light novel title animes is the long light novel title. That's like people who don't like Phil Fish, but like Fez as a game.
I honestly thought those were pretty linked pretty closely.
I know there's a few people out there who say Phil Fish is a bad person, but Fez isn't a bad game, and that's cool in the gang.
Separate art
I'm
from artists.
never gonna play. I'm probably never gonna desire to play another puzzle platformer again, and that's why I don't like Fez. But it's the same thing. It's like I hate that the title's long, but you know what? Shimonetta, 4 syllables, nice short in name.
Well, that's not the title though.
Well,
Neither is Haganai.
let's be real. Neither is Haganai. Neither is Oriimo.
Yeah. That's the thing is that most of these long titles have shortened abbreviations though.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I can remain fine with it.
Even that one I hate because it's so hard to pronounce. It's the flag was like Gaworare.
Oh, I just say, Kanojo Ga flag or whatever.
Yeah, but the official shorten was like Gaworare. I'm like that just sounds like I'm choking on something.
You just like swallowed too much celery or something.
Or you could just say the U.S. release name, which is If a Flag Breaks.
Yeah, Winter Flag Breaks. That's the whole reason why I don't say is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon. I always say the Hestia show for some reason.
Yeah, like for the first 2 or 3 weeks that it was out, I couldn't remember the name of it, so I just said Hestia. Like, it was so bad. It's
Well,
like
that was one of those ones where they kept
it-
changing. They kept changing the shortening before it was like Dungeon Eye, then Dungeon Guy, then Dungeon Eye,
Then
Dungeon
Danmachi.
Then it eventually settled on Danmachi. Yeah.
Or as certain people like to call it, the Dungeon Boob Show.
The
string boob. The
Am I
boob
the-
string
They're gonna
show.
be disappointed by how little of it takes place in dungeons. Then
Here's the other thing about that. And maybe this is just me, but she never really looked all that much like a loli to me.
She never did.
I don't
No.
get people classifying her as a lolly. To be fair, I've never watched the
that's
show.
because, the reason is because the light novel itself does that.
Boob opa. Look up opa. Loli opai.
Right,
No,
but
I understand how
even
loli,
her height and everything.
Yeah, she's relatively tall and has not like real thick thighs, but she has some figure to her.
She's just a fucking girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how some of the other goddesses like were pissed off that she had big breasts and they did. That's funny.
All right,
I love
question
it, I love it when gods are annoyed by mundane things.
Okay.
Yes. I'm out of money.
Question 2.
Oh, gee, that's just like the show I brought up earlier.
Yeah, the Japanese gods are dicks.
We knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Question 2. Is Sig the best assault rifle girl or what? I mean, objectively, probably. She's not my favorite, but objectively speaking, I mean, out of the ones in the anime, yeah, probably.
Well, that's like Strike Witches. You could your favorite I know is Shirley or Charlotte.
Yes.
But is she technically the best?
No. To be fair, I mean, Strike Witches, they're more specialized within
Right.
their particular thing. Like,
True enough.
Shirley's real fast, Ayla's good at dodging, all that kind of stuff. As far as the 4 main girls of Apate go, it's like sometimes they're just objectively better.
Yeah.
And like the SIG SG 550 is a fantastic rifle. So as far as I understand it. And
Okay.
like you got all the problems with like the M16 jamming all the time. And
It's
like
jammy.
the L85 just being a shit gun,
It's jamming.
but yeah. Next email, also from Jekyll Geek. Adding question 3, Cube the Third. What is a list of your favorite anime shows? Go.
Oh, my favorite anime? Well, obviously, because it's my username, Madoka. Favorite shows from, like, right now, like a recent favorite?
His favorite show is Daybreak Illusion. Don't let him fool you.
Fuck off. Anyway, anyway, my favorite shows as of recent, actually, Chunibyo, like, and Shirobako, that's pretty fun. I wouldn't mind a season 2 of it. Hitamari, yeah, that one too. I need to watch I still need to really get through the 3rd season. I've just kind of been slowly kind of savoring it. So
It happens.
I need to get back on Hitamari.
yeah, me too. Yeah, but yeah, Miyako doing Miyako things, and what's another one? And of course, like I think School Live is going to be a keeper for me. So I think School Live, Chunibyo, and everything else I just mentioned. I'm tired. But yeah. As for my one of my all-time favorites, I don't really have a set list. Besides Madoka, another show I really like that doesn't really get talked about anymore. I've always wanted to do a show on it. Are any of you guys familiar with Mahoromatic?
I know of it.
Yeah.
You recognize the title?
I've heard you talk about it before.
I know of it. I never watched any of
Is
it.
that
I
the one
remember
with the
that
Christian-
show.
Is that the one with the nuns?
No, it's the one with
No.
the.
It's
This is the
one-
main.
Yeah, like the android maiden, she only has so much left to live, so she's...
Yep, that's the one.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it's not by the same person.
It's one of those shows that people always forget Gainax did.
Yeah.
But isn't the main character also have kind of like a purplish, ravenish colored hair?
yeah.
Yeah.
I've always
the
wondered
main
how it was
girl.
What a Raven's purple.
Mahoro.
Yeah, that's weird.
And also, as for like other things, I really can't think of anything too much. I also like stuff like Higurashi and all that stuff, and that's mainly because I'm a big horror person, so there's that. And I also love, some of the key stuff, mostly all the Jun Maeda stuff. And Anubis, I hate to say this, but, I didn't really get all that into Clannad, if I'm being 100% real with you. But,
I'm not. I never got into
VZ
Clannad.
didn't get into Clannad. To be fair, it's not for everyone. I didn't get into Air or
See, I was more of an Air guy.
I was into both, and that was mainly because that's kind of like high school memories for me. And but yeah, can I just say this? And this was something, and I think I was thinking about bringing it up in the social justice segment, but mainly I really hate when people accuse Jun Maeda of being emotionally manipulative.
Well, that could be a whole episode on its own.
Hate that term.
It's emotionally disgusting.
Or emotionally manipulative. It's like
basically what they're doing is accusing him of being a writer of fiction.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that, and I want to say this real quickly because I kind of want to respect that time here. But what I want to say real quickly is like I might come back for that episode if we ever do it. What I'm gonna say is. The term just sounds really insulting because it just sounds like, oh, haha, you're freaking dumb for crying at this, or you're dumb for feeling for this character, or something like that kind of thing.
You're not supposed to care about characters, even though...
You're not supposed to care about my characters, guys.
No, you're only supposed to care about how they affect your agenda.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, that's basically about it.
All right.
That's all the emails.
I got a question. Did anybody see that new Dragon Ball Z movie? Just out of curiosity.
I'm seeing it this Wednesday, and I'm going to be doing a.
The reason I ask about that is to me it's kind of odd they're bringing back Frieza because he was such a bad guy a long time ago. In terms of like the timeline, it seems weird that he's like the new big threat.
Toriyama's out of ideas. There you go.
Yeah.
Turn him into an Oscar statue. There you go.
But he was a really popular villain, so I'm assuming that's why.
What?
Yeah.
Bring back Cell or anything?
I actually like Cell more.
I was much more of a fan of the androids, being honestly. But,
Yeah. Well, that's just probably because you had a crush on Android 18.
Yeah.
No shame. I did too.
Yeah.
Probably Damon Clark's sexy ass voice.
Ooh.
Anyway, before we wrap up, Cuba the Third, you have an announcement, don't you?
Yeah, and something else I kind of want to say is kind of like as a final thought to like all this situation. Okay, first off, Otaku Midnight coming back.
Yeah.
Good.
Mission successful.
Yep, that's
Nice.
right. And here's the thing.
That's good news.
And this might disappoint some of y'all, but it won't be like in the same format, at least for now, until I decide, where I'm going to go with it. All I know is for right now, I'm leaving both Zeke and Kikaku Cat out of the mix for now until I figure. I know. I didn't really want to. I mean, here's the thing. I'm still thinking about it, and to be honest, I still don't know. And it's nothing against you, man. It's nothing against you. I know you're playing it for drama, But
Are you breaking up with me?
yes, love, I am.
See, right now we have a live Vince Vaughn kind of, Jennifer Aniston situation here.
Have a perfect drop-in for this.
Rejected.
No.
Anyway, but yeah, for right now, I have no idea if I'm going to bring back either Zeke or Keikaku. To be honest, I feel like I'm leaning more towards Zeke because he knows how to keep the show going. But that's what I'm thinking.
Tired.
I mean, here's the thing.
Why do you want to talk to Kikaku if he is acting the way he is?
Let me talk about what Blu-rays I bought this week. This arrived, and
Okay, I'm still on good terms with him. To be fair, I'm still on good terms, but But another thing I really want to talk about is kind of like what Zeke Free kind of talked about last time. Since I'm on, I thought I'd kind of give like my perspective on kind of like what happened and like over the whole thing. Of course, you guys know I had a breakdown and all that stuff, and I just want to say, even though I've already said it before, I just want to say thank you to people that still stuck out with me and talked to me and all that stuff. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It's really I really appreciate it, and most of all, I am and I feel really motivated just to kind of like do this, and I kind of just wanted to come on to kind of like as a way of closing the book on all this bullshit that happened over the last month.
Gotcha.
But for right now, Otaku Midnight is coming back. I do plan on doing an episode next week, but I gotta work out some details first before I can officially announcement.
So this will be like just a solo thing.
For right now, but it's only going to be if I have guests. I'm not going to do it with just me because I feel like I'm kind of bad by myself. If I'm being
no, you're just like me. I
fell asleep listening to you just now.
I'm not funny.
You bounce better off other people.
I will run out of steam very quickly.
Yeah,
that's why I stopped doing that NTR Radio Omake thing. It was bad.
Like for me, like of course there are some people. I can talk about some things by myself, but there are times like if I want to like talk about a movie, I feel like I gotta discuss it with people, like because I'm planning on doing a Resurrection F episode, so I'm going to be talking about that, talking about the dub and all things Dragon Ball Z because I'm somehow still 12 years old.
No, it's okay. I think we all get that moment to where.
I've been watching Kai on Tsunami, so there's that.
This is gonna be so stupid where it's just like, yes, I love watching Vegeta fry that bastard. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Mature adult thoughts. Taxes.
Yes. Sexual intercourse.
But yeah, guys.
40 volt vodka.
What are the political ramifications of this film? What's the political agenda of this film?
Can I just say this?
I think Frieza represents the plight of the
pygmies.
As a little bit of advice. And I think that's how we're going to end the show. I mean, if you guys have anything else to say, I want to end the show with some advice.
Do it.
Okay. Here's the thing about friends. Here's the thing. If a friend will stick up for you, and you may disagree with them some of the time, and if other people tell you that like stop being friends with this person because X, Y, and Z, and if you're still cool with them, I would say brush those people off because I feel they are 100% not worth it.
They're not your friends.
They are really not your friends at all.
And when it comes time that it will benefit them to throw you under the bus, they will not hesitate to do so.
Exactly. But, yeah, folks, this is your old pal, Cube III. Otaku Midnight will never die. And with that, Anubis, I do thank you for having me on. You guys for being awesome and all that stuff. I know we don't agree all the time, but, so, but...
Well, Cube, screw you. I'm going to have my own podcast, and it's going to have blackjack. It's going to have hookers.
Well, I'm going to have to up my ante.
In fact, forget the podcast.
No, but don't worry, dude. Like I said, I don't know yet, so, but, yeah. All right, folks.
On that note, that's the show. The email address is ntrradio@gmail.com. The website is she'slostcontrol.net/podcast. Podcast 0 is coming back. Check them out.
No, not Podcast Zero.
No.
Podcast Zero is very dead.
Maybe it should be a new name.
Fucking dude.
Otaku Midnight is coming back. Check them out when that happens. Check out Iyashike. It's iyashike.moe.
My website is finally dead.
K-Gods does not have a website anymore.
And
free!
VZMK2 Moe Mekagata.
And nobody responded to my reviews.
Nobody responded to VZ's reviews.
I need to read your reviews. I have to look at them.
I need to know what you're reviewing, and then I need to read the thing that you reviewed, and then I need to read your reviews.
Soul Eater Not, and what was the other one I reviewed recently? The God Sigma toy, and what was the other anime? Fuck.
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
No, I'm thinking.
Fuck. That's a good one.
It's a great anime.
Oh, Puchimas.
Lots of tentacle action.
In any case, I'm Tom Enforcer Anubis.
I'm K-Gods.
I'm VZ Mark II.
I'm Zeke Freak.
And I'm Cube the Third.
And even though we get triggered every time we say it, this is NTR Radio.
Triggered!